Hello, and welcome to another Toonkind at D&D. My name is Candlestick. I am your DM for today, and this is The Last Wish, Part 2. Bit of a refresher for what happened last time. My wonderful players have entered the Regem Ruins in order to try and find a way to break the spell, keeping them contained within the jewel. And they made very good progress last time. They completed one wing of the ruins and the puzzles therein in order to try and open a secret but was found very quickly door on one side of the ruins, and have completed one puzzle on the other side, which was definitely had a few shenanigans, and fair few of the players may not be that fond of buttons now, but
don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
Again.
So, with that context out of the way, would my absolutely wonderful players like to introduce themselves from top to bottom and who they're playing?
Oh, that's me first. Hi! Hi, I'm Avi, and today I will be playing your local real kind detective, grumpy boy, Shiro Azumi.
Hello, I'm Dawn. I'm going to be playing Karma, Muppet Born Chameleon. He is still a bastard.
Hello, I'm Oatmeal. I am playing the Professor, real kind alien time and space traveler. Yeah, that last puzzle was a ride. Yeah.
Hello, I am Pencils. I will be playing a Toonkind ghost who's also a paranormal investigator, Specs. Yeah, buttons? Not their favorite thing at the current moment. But hey.
And hi, I'm Wick, and I'm going to be playing Dr. Rutin, a toon dentist who has just been vlogging everything, and I don't know, buttons are cool.
I like how we all just said our own opinions on the buttons.
Except for Karma, who was like, still a bastard.
He knows what he is.
Daisy is also here. Daisy is not helping. They're having a lot of fun, though.
We love them anyway.
It's
Yes,
okay,
that's what
Daisy.
counts.
You just stay. It's okay, Daisy. You just stay there. It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Then in that case, shall we get right into it? I'll bring up the map.
Yeah.
Woo!
Map.
Now I gotta figure out which one. There we are. Screens. Alright, cool. That should be coming through for people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so, you've completed the button puzzle, and the door at the top floor, opened, and, you guys have made, your way into the new area, which is a bit of a curved corridor. You can sort of see round the side a little bit, and that's a bit about it. There are some really nice windows along here that give you a nice view of the river and, the other side. The town on the other side.
Alright then, should we just keep moving?
We should go back to the main room, I think.
Yeah, keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna continue to walk around?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Hold on. Photoshop. You know what? This might be easier.
Whee!
Yeah. So you come around and you're met with a set of stairs that's leading down into
Gentlemen.
another room.
Yep. Do you want to go out? What?
You continuing forward? Sorry.
Wait.
Are you continuing forward? I was pressing the wrong push talk key.
Nah.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna continue forward.
I
Sorry.
would like to.
Did you I might have missed. So you make it around the corridor and there is a set of stairs leading down into another room. Because I'm guessing I was pressing the wrong button for that too. Yeah. There you go.
I think we're gonna proceed before we keep going.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, I think.
There have been some traps.
Roll me perception.
Could I do investigation instead?
More
Look
than
for
welcome
traps?
to.
Yeah, I will
Excellent.
take perception.
Oh, okay. How's 28?
That's pretty good. Hold on, I'm just going to reveal fog. Hey, there you go. That's what you see.
Make sure that's actually my modifier. Yes, it is.
Sorry. Okay.
And-
So we have a 28 investigation, an 11 from Karma, a 27 from Azumi, 22 from Specs, and a 14 from Rutin. Karma, it's dark. There are no
See
windows
nothing.
or anything in there. You can't tell if there's anything in there. Rutin, you can see what looks to be like a slightly raised platform with you think there's something on top. You're not sure what it is. You can't really see anything else in there.
I should be careful.
Yeah. Specs. You actually recognize this room.
I knew it! Oh my god, I knew it! When I saw the warnings of like, oh yeah, mindscape shenanigans, I'm like, I swear to God, Candle.
No, not that.
Oh dear.
This was the room you
Okay,
stuck.
never mind.
This was the room you stuck your head through the escape hatch downstairs before last game.
Okay, never mind. I said that I knew it too soon.
You'll have
Sorry,
your
Seth.
time.
I'll have my time one day anyway. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, so you know that there is an emergency hatch on the other side of this room, which you can't currently, like, you can tell where it is, but it's very well hidden in the wall. It's obviously not supposed to be spotted. And that leads down to the basement level you were in before with the buttons.
Emergency hatch, huh?
Hello?
Why
don't like
does the
that
temple have so
phrase.
many emergency hatches?
Okay, I'm gonna take Azumi and Professor's roles separately because one was a perception and one was an investigation, correct?
Mine was an investigation, yes.
Yeah. And Azumi's was just a perception, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. Azumi. The thing that's in the center of this room is another button. And there is something written along the side of the platform that's standing on you can't quite make out what it says yet. You'd have to get closer, but you imagine it's probably something along the lines of the other things that you've seen so far. You know, the little hints and stuff.
Shoving what Azumi wants me to say away.
I'm looking.
You can also tell, because that's a dang good roll, there is a second door in this room that is also hidden and is not supposed to be visible, and is also currently closed, along with the one that is the escape chute. But you don't know that it's an escape chute because, well, yeah, you didn't see it before. You just know that they're both there.
You didn't poke your head through it like Specs did.
Professor, with your investigation, in particular looking for traps, you do find some stuff in that there does seem to be a little bit of stuff that is more rigged in this room than most of the ruins so far. In that there's the door that is at the bottom of the stairs seems to be like a lot of the other ones, in that it seems to be like one of the ones that is sort of powered and triggered by different things. And maybe it was, you have no way of knowing, but maybe it was down. Well, it probably was down when you guys were in the other section with the button puzzle, because Specs did say that it there was nothing, like it was just an empty room at the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, that can go up and down and will be triggered by stuff, but you're not sure what. Very likely to be some sort of thing to do with buttons, though whether that has anything to do with the one in the middle of the room or the ones on the other side, you're not sure. There also seems to be the same sort of mechanics with the buttons leading to the other two, to the escape chute on the other side, which probably can put together because you were with Spec that's what it is. The ceiling is also got some of that, like it's powered by the mechanics that the doors are as well.
I got it. There's some subtle gold inlay or something snaking towards the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah, Professor is going to I guess he's kind of at the back of the group. He was like, all right, nobody go in yet. This is a powered door, and the ceiling does something. I don't know what yet, but it's also powered.
Does it open?
Maybe. Or it, do you know what a trash compactor is?
It's right.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would explain the chute.
Shoot.
What? Yeah, yes, there's this other little hidden door.
I stuck
Azumi?
my head through it just now.
I mean, we're not going to progress unless we do something, so do we all want to go in or some of us?
I think maybe I'll stay out here.
Okay.
I can go in.
Well, that's true. Okay, are we sure we want to split up like that?
No.
Yeah.
So we all go in then. I'm just thinking out loud here.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out, like, I'm still, like, warming up to the puzzle.
You're so valid.
Well, we also don't know anything yet, and we haven't read the instructions.
Can I try reading the instructions just by entering the room? Because, okay, my idea right now is that because Specs is a ghost and constantly floating, they won't activate any of the traps just yet if they enter it right now. So,
I mean, you're gonna have to get confirmation from your teammates if you want to do that. But I'm not gonna stop you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna, like, do you think I could just enter the room and check the words over there to see what we have to do? I could try entering first. Maybe if there are any traps in the room, it won't sense me because, points at self.
Yes, well, that would depend on if the sensors are mechanical or magical.
Mm.
I
Because
will
you're
say,
still
um,
gestures at Specs extant.
yeah, I will say from what you guys have seen so far, all of the mechanicals in this place are a combination of like magical mechanical. Like there is a mechanical component to them, but they are also magical in nature in that that's sort of what's powering it and why they still work after all this time.
Mm-hmm. Let's all just take the plunge. Let's all just go in at once.
Okay, we'll all step in at the same time at the count of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Professor will grab Rutine's arm. Just sort of link arms. Not like grab, but like link arms with him.
Seems reassured by this.
Rutin, Daisy is just like sort of bouncing next to you, like, yeah, this is so exciting!
Exciting is one word.
Specs, are you going to count down or what?
Yeah, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go.
And we all go inside.
We all take one step.
Alright.
Step for
So you enter, and nothing happens. Congratulations, you are now in the room.
Okay, nice.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah, kind of. Anyway, what did these words say?
Yeah, so now you can see the platform a little bit better, and definitely you can all tell there is, you're familiar with these now, the buttons, on the top of it. And the inscription, along the side of the platform reads, hold on. Stand true even in the face of overwhelming adversity.
That's reassuring.
Oh, that is reassuring. I mean, I thought something bad was going to happen.
Is when you say that.
What was the one with the hall that we had to run through?
Never hesitate on the field of battle.
Okay, so question. Does this look like a crusher? Like, does this actually look like a garbage disposal thing where, like, the ceiling will come crashing down on us?
I mean, we've said it's a powered ceiling. That's about all we know. I don't think it's got spikes on it, but...
Yeah, I know, but, like, I'm picturing one of those whatever those...
Of investigation. Alright, stand tall in the face of...
Oh, that's right. Yes, we did before.
The button is on the floor. It's not on the wall.
Yeah, sorry, my internet dropped out for just a moment. I fixed it. The button is on the floor. It's very hard to miss, and you can't stand on it accidentally.
Okay, so
Just
one
like a
of
step
us
up.
is gonna have to stand on that thing.
All right. Yes.
Unless we
I'll
have
do
a
it.
really big rock. Does anyone have a really big rock?
I mean, you guys currently do have a pretty big rock. Rutin
I
does
don't
anyway.
I
Not
don't
that
think that's
rock.
big enough.
That's a rock we don't want to lose.
Well, I thought about it, and it is actually indestructible while it's like this.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
That's
I don't really want to like go. Put it somewhere else where it could possibly be lost for all again. Not all of eternity. Eternity's long.
Good point. We don't want to. We want to keep that in hand for now.
Yeah, we don't want to use it to activate something we don't know what it does yet.
You were the one asking for a rock.
Yeah, I was asking for a big rock. I wasn't asking for that rock.
Look, just how about I do it?
No, I will.
You are the tallest.
My rock idea.
But I didn't want to volunteer you for it, so.
Well, no, it's not about
Wait,
height.
It might
Could
be.
Could I roll a hammer space
You may.
to see if I have a very big rock?
I don't think we're gonna be able to cheese this one, guys.
I'm gonna.
Let's have their fun.
Okay, you do pull something out of your hammer space, but you're gonna need to tell me, either give me very good reason as to why Specs has a rock in their hammer space, or something from your hammer space table that would work just as well.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull out my hammer space table. God, the one time I don't pull it up.
It's tunes, you gotta.
Okay, there we go. Fumble chart. Let's see what the specs have that I could possibly use. Okay. I don't have anything that specs might have. Let me think of why specs would have a very big rock. Could I argue that it was Mushroom that convinced Specs to put this very big rock in there?
Why?
Because Mushroom likes to sit on stuff. Mushroom. We all know Mushroom. We all know how weird he is. Specs has a little. Specs quite literally has a little mushroom stand for Mushroom to rest on back in their house. So Mushroom likes to sunbathe because they are a frog. So yeah, maybe one day Specs was out on a whole mission. They came back and Mushroom was with them, and then they left Mushroom alone for a hot minute. And then when they came back, Mushroom was just on this very big rock, and Specs was like, "Mushroom, you gotta go." And it's like trying to get a child off a playset they really don't want to go, and they're gripping on the handle super hard, and that was basically what Mushroom was doing.
Okay, roll me a persuasion for Mushroom.
Yeah, okay. Persuasion, I guess that's a +2. A 15?
Yeah, okay. Would that be enough to convince Spec to put the rock in their hammer space?
I think it would be. I think a 15 it's pretty high. Specs is pretty yeah, alright, sure. Especially when it comes to Mushroom.
Alright then, Spec, you do manage to pull a large rock out of your hammer space.
Yay!
Why? We just
This is
have
the Morg I'm gonna feel very like okay, yeah, you guys just see Specs pull out like the biggest rock out of their hammer space. Okay, what if we just use this? Yeah, what if we just use this on the button?
We'll try that first, then Routine can try.
Azumi rubs a hand against his face.
Karma is behind him doing the exact same thing.
All right. Well. Yeah. So you're putting the rock on the button then.
Yeah.
All right. Spec, you put the rock on the button, and hold on, let me update the map.
I can't believe I had to improv a reason why we had Specs had a really big rock.
You brought that upon yourself, buddy.
Are these the doors? I hope so.
I'm a little afraid.
Yeah, okay, I think that... Did that work? I have no idea. Okay. Alright, well, I have no idea where my doors are.
No.
Oh no, wait, I'm in the wrong folder. That's why. Alright, yep, the door behind you shuts. And... the door to the escape hatch opens. That's the first two things you notice. The other thing you'll notice is that the ceiling has started to move down.
Wonderful!
And we're in soft initiative again.
Was the escape hatch right over the button?
No, the escape hatches, so you can sort of see there's a little bit of a... I can maybe make it a bit more obvious.
Oh, there it is. I see
It's
it.
all the way across the room.
Ta-da! Yeah, so that has opened up, and you can see it because there is sort of like light filtering from it, even if the rest of the room is dark, except for like sort of the lights that have lit up from the button and up the side of the walls and towards the ceiling. So you can definitely see the ceiling is lowering towards you, and that escape hatch has opened. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Do we have to go through the escape hatch? Is that what we're doing?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Yeah, well, like, okay, the rest of the group, do you guys want to try getting to the escape hatch? Because, oh boy, that ceiling sure is coming down.
I mean, the instructions say to stand in the face of adversity.
Meaning we would stay here?
I
Would
think
it?
so.
I mean, it says adversity. It doesn't say that we gotta get crushed for it.
What happens if you take the rock off?
I take the rock off.
The ceiling stops moving.
Oh. It's not that dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's surprisingly not that dangerous. The rock is just,
The doors.
Did the ceiling go back upwards, or is it just like it stayed where it is?
No, everything has remained the same.
Can I inspect the escape hatch?
You may.
I'm gonna do that as an investigation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 22. You looking for anything in particular?
I want to see if it's like an actual escape hatch and not like
Another trap?
either a trap or just like it's going to drop us off into a different spot. Sorry, my cat is trying to get the dice.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay.
that
So,
makes me roll.
Azumi, no, this isn't a trap. At least it's not. It is exactly what it seems like in that it is an escape hatch, and it will lead you down into the lower levels of the button puzzle. It won't take you somewhere else. That's what it is designed to do. That said, you will notice with that investigation there does seem to be some sort of sensor in it that connects to this room.
There's a sensor in the escape hatch.
So it knows the mechanism will know if you go through there.
But why?
Well, if you go through, well, you're out of the way of the ceiling, and you are basically put back to where we started, having made no progress, because then you would just come back around this way and start over. If you try to escape again, I imagine if we want something to happen, we're going to have to
Stay here.
stay exactly. Nobody gets to go down the escape chute. We have to stand in here while the ceiling comes down. Maybe it'll stop at the top of our heads. I don't know. Well, the top of Routine's head, I guess.
Yeah, the top of routine.
he kind of like bends down a little bit to try to be the same height as you guys.
Don't do that. You're supposed to stand tall.
Oh,
You're supposed to be the tallest.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's...
Should I put the rock back on then? And just wait it out?
I think it's intended for one of us to stand on it. I don't like the idea of it coming down to the height of the rock and the rest of us having to like lay on the floor. Look, I don't know what's going to happen. I think one of us is supposed to stand on the button.
Okay, I will stand on the button.
Okay, I take back the rock. I'm gonna put this in my fumble chart for future use now. Big rock.
Well, you
Professor
earned it.
trying to solve the puzzle the way it was intended to be solved.
Stop
Everyone,
trying to cheese the puzzle!
we're gonna have fun with this.
This is great.
I just thought I had an idea for big rock, and I decided to go with idea for big rock.
Hey, it's very in character. Your Specs is a toon. Unfortunately, this is a real kind temple.
Unfortunate. I just want to be silly.
Yes, that's valid. Okay.
You're so valid.
I will go stand on the button. And he's gonna walk over to the button.
Alright.
He's going to hesitate, but he will stand on the button.
Okay, hold on. I just want to move you because I think that would be funny. Alright, Rutin, you stand on the button, and as expected, the roof starts to lower. And it lowers 5 feet, then 10 feet, and at 10 feet, spikes emerge from the roof.
Okay, absolutely not.
You're remaining on the button?
Rutin looks nervous, but he actually looks to everybody else. Everyone, just maybe you'll sit down.
No.
But I don't want you guys to get hurt.
Look, you're
Routine.
gonna get stabbed way before the rest of us, so.
Yeah, yes, but that's why I wanted to stand on the button.
Think of it this way: we're standing with you.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. He just looks up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
While
Well,
the spikes were coming down,
yeah.
like you guys just hear Specs whisper underneath their brows, like, "What if Rutin was holding the big rock above their head?"
Professor is gonna take his long sword and a crowbar out of his pocket just in case.
Fair enough. The ceiling has continued to move as you guys have been talking, and it's moved down another 5 feet. And
How
then
tall's the ceiling?
it's pretty tall, actually.
Oh, good.
And then it's like, okay, if it wasn't such a tense situation, it might be funny because it's like one of those like every time you look, it's still moving down towards you kind of like gags.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But
It's like slowly moving downwards. Like every time we cut back, it's still moving.
yeah.
Going.
Takes 6 seconds.
And then it moves the last 5 feet to the top of Rutin's head, and it stops. And the door that was behind you, that you guys came through, opens, and the escape hatch shuts. And on the other wall, from the ones that you guys are on, that door opens. And I shall give you guys visual representation of that.
Professor is grinning so smugly.
Yeah, I wanted to say, but I didn't get the chance to cut in. But like, I do think Azumi might have grabbed onto the professor's arm.
Oh.
Oh,
Professor did not seem concerned about any of this, I will say.
Smug ass.
Yeah. Was that justified? Maybe not, but
After all that, Azumi just kind of like hits his arm and like just walks ahead.
Alright, so yeah. Azumi, as you enter this next section, you can see stairs leading down to another door. And on the wall beside you is another button. And this one is
yay!
in the shape of a sword.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, there
good.
was the sword and like the other one was
A sun.
Yeah. Okay. He kind of looks back to the others and just kind of shrugs, and he's just gonna go and hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You do. You don't notice anything happen.
Did I still left mushroom behind in the big roof?
They did.
Yeah, I did, right? Yeah. So, yeah, look through mushroom's eyes real quick.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So you won't have seen it happen because there was a bit of a delay. But Mushroom definitely would have seen the sword begin to glow on the mural pattern alongside the sun, and then the wall split in half, and there is now a passageway leading somewhere.
Nice.
I turned to the others. I was like, "Okay, the door's open. The big door's open."
Good.
Nice.
Well, that was easier than the last Crusher puzzle I've had to solve.
I don't want to ask.
What?
It was a whole thing. It was an anti-magic field. It was awful.
Ew. Oh no.
Sumi's
More
just gonna move
the
on
way you get
ahead.
up to, the more I worry.
Professor will put away his sword and the crowbar. And yeah, we get going.
Am I allowed to move now? He is staying right where he is.
Oh, yes.
Wait, yeah, you can. Of course you can. Come on. Get off the button.
Okay.
Yeah,
Step off the button.
Rutin, when you get off the button, nothing happens. You have successfully completed the puzzle.
We have solved your crusher puzzle.
You did! Oh, yeah, and when you get to the door at the bottom of the stairs, it leads you back out to the statue room.
Oh, right.
Yay! Alright, neat.
Maybe we'll finally get to see something that's not a glorified lock.
Do you know where we are?
We're in a temple?
Honestly, with like, I'm trying to figure out how he words this. Give me a sec. If our track record has shown anything here is going to be a glorified lock.
Maybe.
I think Daisy is gonna butt in here with the... This is where she trained recruits.
Oh.
Great!
Professor's gonna go back to the big door in the big statue room.
Not in the statue room, that's the big open room. The statue room is the one that you're in currently.
Got it. Okay, can we go back to the room with the door then?
Yeah.
Well, I, for one, didn't sign up for any sort of militia training, so...
You know, considering the fact that we're not very much militia trained people, I'm surprised we did this so well.
So you think.
I think we did a fairly good job at this. Very fairly, I don't know.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Honestly, Specs. Azumi's gonna like follow after Professor without elaborating.
Specs is staying positive.
Specs is wonderful. Sorry, I will move you all in a
not
moment.
knowing any of any
their history.
Of their history.
Yeah, it wasn't about the optimism. It was about whether or not they've had any, like, military type training. The two of them were just like, well, I didn't say that.
Specs doesn't know that anyway.
No, he doesn't.
Sorry, was everyone following?
Yeah.
We go.
Yeah.
I unfortunately can't seem to find the door for this place, so it's open.
Oh no. Oh well.
Yeah,
it's
that's
open.
fine. We go through.
Yep.
Or I could just expect his phases through the door.
Anyway.
Face the door, unlock it from the inside.
On the other side, you find a staircase leading down.
Down and down and down we go.
As a player, I want to investigate, but I don't think Professor would.
Alright. Shall I just move Professor straight down?
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation real quick?
You may.
I think
yes, just know that Professor is probably about halfway down the stairs by the time you get there. I'm sorry if it's a stairs trap.
15 investigation.
Alright, with a 15, Spec, you don't see any traps.
I think we're good. Follows down the stairs.
All right. Anyone else?
I can roll too.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to make you.
Yeah, no, I just said Professor wouldn't, so...
21 investigation.
Yeah, Azumi, there are no traps.
Alright, yeah, no, Azumi's following that.
Would you guys also, like Kara and Rutin, would you guys also like to check for traps?
Who's going? That means it's safe.
Written?
Routine will record everyone going down the stairs. So you'll follow.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I imagine you want us to do perception in here?
That would be nice, yeah.
Cool.
Yay,
Holy.
perception.
Guess you got a nat 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoa!
So I got a 10 plus 11 for that investigation, and this time I got an 11 plus 10.
Ooh, boy. Your modifier's so high, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you roll.
Yeah,
Unless it's a nat 1.
I'm just laughing because, like, it back to back, I rolled the same thing, but it was like a difference of just like swapping the numbers around.
Meanwhile, Karma and Routine both rolling a 10. Like, yep.
This is why you
Oh,
bring the
makes sense.
detective.
Yeah, okay, this makes sense. Because it dark. There ain't no light. You guys are underground.
Oh,
You guys are underground.
Dark.
this absolutely makes sense. Professor has dark vision.
Azumi's just that good.
I mean, Azumi, if it's really that dark, Azumi has a tinderbox and enough torches.
Well, you might need a light source.
Routine just turns the light on his camcorder.
Title card. Title card. Title card.
Yeah, no, Azumi's reaching to like light a torch.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else? So the others can't really see anything. Professor and Azumi, his room doesn't have a lot in it. It looks like there are some like kind of like chairs or stuff that are definitely not structurally sound. They've been there a long time. Probably some sort of restroom that most of the stuff in here has deteriorated from. And it definitely doesn't help that this area, more than a lot of the other places in the ruins, has more structural damage. You know, like there is more more debris and stuff. But you will also notice that there is construction equipment down here as well. And that seems to be doing its best to sort of like keep everything like from falling any further. So you should be fine. You know, don't do anything stupid, but the roof shouldn't come down on you without provocation.
Proper reason.
Yeah. All right. This looks okay. I guess they made it through all of that when they were, you know, looking for the Jewel of Bellis. Huh. I mean, if this is for recruits, then I guess this is, I don't know, some kind of a lobby, seems like. It's got a bunch of chairs. A waiting room, maybe? I don't know.
Definitely not a good place for a short rest.
Should we take a short rest?
I mean, no, that is completely up to you guys. I've just, like, that was its design purpose.
That's very good. Professor, I mean, he did say it was like a lobby, so he sort of shrugs and he goes like, I don't know, do we need to just... Should we stop for a minute? Or is
Are you
everybody...
guys all good?
I'm fine.
I'm also good. But we can take a rest.
I don't think any of us have cast anything.
Or taken any
It has been
damage.
hurt.
I don't think any of us are hurt either.
Like, what was that roll?
It's hammer space. Everyone thinking about whether or not to take a short rest. Routine already pulling out a picnic blanket, like.
All right.
Alright then. Short rest.
To be fair, in universe, we did the fucking button puzzle back to back with the
Oh, we did, yes.
yeah,
You
with the
did.
ceiling puzzle.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
also did the other side of the ruins without stopping as well. So you guys have done 4 puzzles, and that definitely took
One
you
of-
several hours.
Yeah, one of which involved sprinting. So.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we'll camp out for an hour or so and then keep going.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. He's already sitting on the blanket, like, yep.
Yeah, Professor
Since
will
the door has
join.
Since the door has already opened, Mushroom is now on Specs' hat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't remember if I included Kuro.
I think Kuro was here. Didn't you tell him to stay in the main entrance area as well?
I think so. I do remember him being in like the Ellipsis last game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm happy whether you want him to be here or not.
If Coral was in the main area, then we can just say, like, well, off screen, Coral and Mushroom were, like, just vibing together.
Frog on dog. Frog on dog.
Frog on dog! There was, like, a bonding montage we missed.
The adventures of Mushroom and Kuro. Mushroom got stuck in a gap, and Kuro had to pull them out.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
But yeah, if we're resting, I think Azumi's just gonna like take out a ball and no, I don't think he would take out a ball. I think he would take out like one of those like small like rope things that like a dog can tug on. And just like play with Kuro for a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
Dog time.
Dog time.
Very good.
Do we want to take an in real life break?
Yeah, we have been going for an hour. How do people feel about it in real life break?
Just like a short one? 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Alright. See you guys in 5 minutes then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am back.
Mm.
Hello.
Hey. I'm just doing arm stretches because my muscles are sore from volleyball practice yesterday.
Mm.
Ooh, fun.
Volleyball's fun.
We're very bad. We did it as a
Oh
friend
no!
group for social sport, like hang out and also do some exercise. We haven't
Oh
managed to
yeah,
win a game at all this year that we've been playing, but we've had a lot of fun, and
yeah.
we've had a couple
That's
of
the important
practice
part.
sessions, which we had yesterday, and now my my upper arms, because I was practicing
Mm.
setting,
Oh
sorry,
yeah,
practicing serving, and now my muscles are
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ah!
Ugh, yeah. Yeah, that was like one of my. That was like one of the one of the sports I like better in like high school and stuff. I'm not half bad at it.
I hated it in high school because it has a fairly high skill floor, and so like no one in
Oh, I didn't.
school was good enough at it whenever we
Oh.
played.
Okay, yeah, no, I wasn't on like a team or anything. We just played it like in gym class.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of it.
Yeah, just we got taught a bunch of different sports, even though we weren't, playing on teams.
Mm.
That's fair. I had more fun with it in high school when people got good enough to be able to keep the ball up most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been good fun.
The game my high school mostly played was like badminton.
Oh, I've never tried that one.
Oh, that's fun! I love badminton.
Yeah, badminton, because like it's basically like here it's like you always, no matter what school you're in, it's like you always learn it. Every school has like those badminton rackets and those really bad looking those really like scuffed looking shuttlecocks.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I actually my gym teacher was like nominated to be in the Olympics for badminton like one of the
Really?
years that the US didn't play or something.
Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
really cool.
yeah, but like she got that good at it. So I was like, hell yeah, being taught by an expert is so cool.
That's very cool. I think we're still waiting on Wick.
Yeah.
So how are you guys enjoying the game so far?
It's going great. It's going lovely. I pulled out a big rock.
I did find it funny last game when you were all like, I don't want any more buttons, and I'm like,
Eh.
Unfortunate anyway.
yeah.
will we still see like a more buttons as we keep going, or was that the end of the buttons?
I mean, you're just gonna have to find out.
Okay, not even a hint.
Maybe.
Okay, then I don't know how to take that. Maybe as in maybe we'll get a hint, or maybe as in maybe there'll be more buttons.
Okay. You guys have completed most of the ruins. I can tell you that.
Oh.
Mm.
That.
Cool. Are we waiting on anyone now?
I don't think so, actually. Avi, you're here?
Yeah.
Cool. I think
Wick?
that's all of us then.
You good to keep going? You there,
Yeah.
Wick?
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, you'd just been very quiet and wasn't sure if you were alright to keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all fine. I just wanted to check.
Okay.
Alright, then yeah, you guys have had your short rest. Felt like it flew by in only 10 minutes.
Wow.
And yeah, you guys ready to continue going down?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So, yeah, I think Professor and Azumi definitely would have spotted before that there is another set of stairs leaning down further at the end of this room. Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Sorry. Azumi and Professor would have noticed before that there is a set of stairs leading down at the other side of this room.
Oh. I think. I mean, Professor would just go on ahead. Like, once Azumi has a torch, and everyone can at least see decently. Like, all right, we had our break. We should keep going.
Let's keep moving on. What is this place?
Alright, is everyone else following?
Yeah.
Okay. When you guys get down the second set of stairs, surprise, surprise, it is still dark. This one, you can't really make out much of what was here before because, again, more rocks and stuff sort of obscuring whatever it was. And, like, in particular, like, the center of the room, like, other than a little bit round, like, the edges, is, just, like, there's just rock there.
It's just a rock?
Yeah, like, as in, it's obviously fallen down from above at some point, and there's just a giant pile of rubble in the middle of this room. You can still walk around it, but,
Can
yeah,
I look to the ceiling? Like, is the rubble from the ceiling?
Yeah, the rubble's from the ceiling. You can again see the construction equipment there to try and stop more of it. It looks like maybe there's been pathways made around the rubble. Maybe this entire room had been collapsed in at some point, but it looks fine as far as you can tell.
Is there any other exits, or is this the last room?
You need to roll me a perception for that. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. You may roll me a perception or you may use the one from the last room.
I'll just roll again. Okay, Specs is distracted or something.
Specs, you're
You
distracted
said that.
by the debris.
Sorry, what are we rolling? I got the end, sorry.
Perception
Looks
or
at the debris and
investigation?
just thinks,
if you would like.
Specs looks at Specs looks at the debris and just thinks, should I add more big rocks to my collection?
Wow. Duality. We have. Was that a 4 from you, Wick, or have you not put yours in yet?
No, that's the previous one, except I guess it's a 5.
Oh, much better. Rutin, would you, maybe to explain that roll, would you like to roll an insight?
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense all of a sudden. See, insight, what's my mod? Okay. Yeah, suddenly things make sense. Okay, so that's a 17.
Yeah, that makes sense. Rutin, you are not paying any attention to this room because your attention is instead on Daisy, who has not said anything since you guys entered the secret passage. Not even when you guys were relaxing and resting for that hour. Which is very different to how they were during the rest of the ruins.
He's gonna he's just gonna ask, Daisy, are you okay?
Well, I don't like this part.
Don't like
Bad memories.
Daisy. Well, don't worry. They're all here with you.
Yeah. It's gonna be okay. I hope.
Just let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Just gonna nod. As for the rest of you, Specs, you're too interested in the rock pile. But the others of you, I can't. Wait, hold on one sec. Did Professor roll a perception, or
In this room, no, I did not.
you just using your one from before?
I would love to use the natural roll.
I'm happy.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm happy to take it for now because there wasn't a huge amount last time, so that's why I was like, you have the option to reroll if you'd like. So the others of you, you can tell that on the left-hand side of the rubble pile there seems to be another passageway that turns down further, but you can't really see where it leads because there's stuff between you.
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat that?
So there is a large pile of debris and rubble from the ceiling in the center of this room. There do seem to be some pathways carved out of it, and the rest of it seems to be held up with more construction equipment. And Azumi, Professor, and Karma can see what looks to be another passage on the left-hand side at the back, that has been carved out, that allows you to go further in. You cannot see what's further down there because there's stuff in the way.
Okay. Professor would go up to the pile of rock and stuff and try to get a better look and try to see if he can look in any of the nooks and crannies, areas where people were trying to get in, because it seems to him that somebody was very interested in what was in this space.
Investigation maybe?
Okay, 19.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. As far as you can discern, if there was anything else in this room, it's not here anymore. But for a large part, it looks like maybe that was kind of more a result of people not knowing where the exit was in here and having to make guesses and where the rubble was easiest to be removed and where wasn't, that sort of thing, until eventually the doorway was found.
Okay, so this is like a discard pile for where they uncovered the doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's gonna, jerk his thumb at the pile of rocks. I don't think there's anything important in here. I think we could just keep going. If we could unblock that. How's that looking? So Azumi and Karma were checking that out or something?
Oh, you can get through. It's definitely wide enough. People have come through here before.
Oh, okay. And I guess once he goes over there, he's just going to be like, oh. And he's going to go through.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment. I need to find my maps again. Do.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
We're under.
Yeah. In fact, I might actually now pull away level 1 so you guys can see where you're going better.
Got a dungeon.
Are you just going straight through, Professor?
Yeah.
They're all just following, I think. At least Specs is following.
Alright, yeah.
Behind.
Yeah.
All the way there.
Oh, please.
Line. We're all in a line.
Yep.
I mean, I can pull you guys more into the room if you would like. It ended up forming after I realized I'd only put Professor in the entrance.
Yeah, no, that's good. Should I roll again in here? What am I seeing? I imagine it's dark.
Yeah, it's still dark. Roll again, please.
Cool. Let's see. That'll be a 20 perception.
Ooh, nice.
30-20, but yeah.
Anyone else rolling?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let it ride and let Azumi do the high.
That's wrong.
Yeah, but he just rolled a nat 1, so.
Oh my god.
That's a 7. 7.
7. Oh my god. Azumi! It's because you can't see through the Professor.
Oh, Azumi.
I love the fact that even the garbage roll still breaks double digits.
Yeah,
Alright, cool. Alright. Professor, well, no one else can see anything behind you at the moment.
Yeah, that's why.
But Professor, you can see a lot of the same that you've seen before. Again, there is no light in here. The only light is from Azumi's torch, which is currently not illuminating much of the room. Not that that's a problem for you. yeah, like this place is again in a lot more wear than a lot of the stuff up above, more construction equipment. Yeah, that's all I can give you for this place.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Odd.
Professor will continue further in the room.
Oh, I can give you something else.
Oh, okay.
Despite there being a lot of like debris and stuff, there's nothing growing in this area. Like no mold or like plant life that has reached down this far.
Uh-huh. Was there any in previous rooms, like stuff in the cracks or bits of mold or whatever?
Yes.
Moss. Okay. Yeah, that is of particular interest. He kind of, makes sure to take a, he notices that, and he, is gonna sort of glance around at, like, the edges of the ceiling and, like, the edges of the floor, because that's, usually where stuff gets in, cracks in the walls. No plants or anything. So yeah, he's moving further into room, but kind of warily, because that could mean a number of things. But he's not sure what yet. It seems fine in here, just I don't know, something might be up. There's none of the usual subterranean flora down here that was
Yes, I've
elsewhere.
Odd.
Yes, why would it stop here? I mean, there are spells that do something like, or he sort of snaps his fingers, like sufficiently powerful beings can sort of have that effect on the spaces they inhabit. And then he just sort of stops and realizes what he's just said, like,
Ball.
so, maybe something is down here with us.
That's not good.
But maybe not.
Hopefully not.
Azumi just pulls out his sword.
Valid?
I mean, if it's... Whatever. It's fair enough. He's gonna keep walking.
You kind of tell Azumi not to.
He's not gonna tell Azumi not to.
Let's just keep walking. We'll just keep walking and walking.
Okay, so Professor, you're making your way to where the corridor continues down the end of this room?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. And let me show you the map. Okay. I'm gonna stop you there because Professor did roll a really great perception before, which I am going to use, because, Professor, as you're walking, and you get to, like, sort of the entrance to, like, a corridor where there's, like, stairs leading down, and it's a pretty long corridor, that you kind of, like from the lighting of Azumi's torch, you catch the edges of something that is there but doesn't look like it's there at the very entrance of this corridor.
Oh, okay.
When did this turn into a horror game?
He stops like abruptly and puts like his arms out like no like stay back.
Has the professor ever come across a gelatinous cube before?
Oh shit.
Oh no! At the end of
that
the
makes so much
corridor?
sense now.
I
Oh!
would let me roll history. Because there is an outside chance that he hasn't, but he probably has. So let me. That is he has, but not. Let's see. That's This is just for sort of me to determine frequency. Like let's see. That's a 9 plus 8 is 17. He has, but not often, or not recently, or both.
Yeah, that's a gelatinous cube.
Why did we stop?
No, there's no flora around here because the
That makes
cube
sense.
ate it all.
Yep.
Okay, so there is something living here.
Routine puts up a shield.
Right. We might want to start backing up, actually. There's this... have you heard of a gelatinous cube?
There's a gelatinous cube here?
Yes,
I'm gonna roll history. I don't think he knows
It's-
what that is.
it's a type of ooze, which is a type of creature that's sort of a mass of slime that's
Oh god, that makes sense.
that's
Yeah, I
alive.
think most of us knows what. Pretty sure most of us know what gelatinous cubes are from.
Routine doesn't.
There aren't
You
that
know?
many in Inkwell.
I know there aren't that many in Ninquil, but I heard a lot from other stories from other adventures. Anyway, we should back up.
You're an
Yeah, I'm
investigator.
backing up.
Yes. All right. Well, of course you would have heard stories, but not everybody runs in the same circles. Anyway,
Slime? Like slime mold? Or
Think of
More
like a
eat you
huge-
slime.
like if a slime was I don't know, big as you and could absorb you,
and eat you and dissolve you, and you can't really talk to it. So we gotta move back. We're moving back.
yeah, okay.
yeah, think of the nastiest slime mold you can think of, and think of what it would be like to encounter one that was,
Cube shape.
forget the shape. That was 6 by 6 feet or something.
But
Yeah,
slime
cube
molds aren't
shape.
nasty.
Okay, no, but
Like that liquid stuff that kills you guys, but alive.
Karma.
It got the point across.
I don't know if it
I mean-
did.
The
I mean,
point
like
is,
gelatinous cubes are basically made out of like some sort of stomach acid or something because they are a stomach. The gelatinous cube, that's just a stomach. That's like just one whole stomach that's moving and it looks like a cube. That's basically it.
I already have my sword out. Give me one reason why I shouldn't just start hacking at it to
Because
ignore
it's
the rest of
cube.
this conversation.
But cutting slime wouldn't make any sense. Wouldn't it just
It's
come
a
back together?
piercing. It's
Even
not
more
weird,
so.
does pierce.
He doesn't know.
Candle, where's the cube currently? Is it still like? Is it actually making its
I
way
think it's
towards us? Or...
Square on the map.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's just in the corridor.
It's just sitting there.
Oh. It's just there.
Look, let me just, I don't know, maybe we can... I'm gonna roll insight on the fucking cube.
Question.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Question. The cube, right? The
Mhm.
cube. Is it like taking up the entire space of the corridor? Or is there like a bit of space above it that you can actually pass through?
No, it's taking up the whole corridor.
Okay, dirty 20 insight on the cube.
What is the cube's intentions?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
the cube is aware you're there. And I mean, you know enough cubes. They just want to eat things. It hasn't moved
Yeah.
because it thinks you want, like, you did start walking this way. It might try and, like, this is still its best bet where it is currently, but if you guys do different things, it might decide that it's no longer the best strategy.
Right. Yeah, its trap was appearing to work.
What do cube eat?
Us!
Everything.
People.
Everything.
Oh, it
Yeah,
eats
everything.
everything. Then why don't we just feed it?
No, they're insatiable.
Oh,
You can't stop feeding. It'll digest everything.
It's made of... It's hugely acidic. Okay, this is...
Azumi's like this close to just like attacking the thing, but like the fingers are touching.
Yeah. Professor just sort of like shrugs, like, the only way we can get through is by making a path. So we're going to have to forcefully...
Make half.
We're going to have to forcefully
We're gonna have to kill the thing.
yeah.
oh. But,
Or at least disable it enough that we can get past. Because
How
right
are we
now...
supposed to disable it? It's so big.
Oh, shut up. And Azumi is going to hand the torch he's been holding to Rutin, and then he's going to use a bonus action to activate the flame tongue, and he's going to charge at the gelatinous cube.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure, fine.
You
Good
can
man.
make your attack. The rest of you, I'm gonna need you to roll me initiative.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, Azumi just being like, shut up, please.
Oh wow!
Oh my god.
That's a nat 20.
Karma.
Of course. That's when I get a nat 20.
Okay, so
Yo,
that's a
Karma
24
said
to
kill and went.
hit. Sorry, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Holy shit.
Roll your damage.
Am I within 5 feet of? Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, Professor pretty much from the start was like, okay, this is the sort of creature that you dispatch and get on with it. He was just trying to figure out how to justify that to Routine because he knew that would be a
Everyone else.
sticking point.
Everyone else got the message and went, aye.
Everyone else was on board.
We gotta fucking kill this thing.
Like, it's not a tune, it's not sentient, this is a real kind cube and a real kind temple done, like...
There's no talking to it.
No.
It's a cube.
Hey, question, Candle.
Yes.
Can I roll initiative at disadvantage?
You may.
Okay.
Alright, is that 9 damage from Azumi? Oh no, wait, no, 9 and 9. Correct?
9 piercing, 9 fire.
Alright, give me a second, I
That's
need to check.
6?
How are you supposed to fight a cube? Everything you toss at it's just gonna absorb.
Well, good news. Both of those are going to do the same damage. So, yeah. That's going to be 18 damage to the cube.
Wiggles. Just love Azumi, just fucking charging in.
That was
Just
great.
enough. And just go.
Alright, and now I just need to work out initiative order.
I have an idea that might make Rutin happy, but I don't know if I want to do it.
It is okay. You do not need to.
Okay.
Because he's just gonna stand by till he figures something out.
Okay, good, because I think it will have been very funny, but also I don't think we want to do that.
Okay. Oh yeah, where's the cube fit in this? Oh, the. I'm so excited though. Like, me as the player, I'm so excited to be up against a cube.
Specs. Is that a 6?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Don't worry.
It's real cube hours.
Just casually hands to torch off.
And, Wick, that's also a 6 from,
Uh-huh. That's a
Okay.
disadvantage.
To be fair, you still have a higher initiative, dexterity modifier than, Spec.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, because my, push to talk key is currently caps locked, I accidentally put Rutin's name wrong, but I kind of want to keep it that way because it definitely seems to fit his mood at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful.
As soon as he said it, I saw it in my brain.
I have a question.
Yep.
Does just charging in count as an attack round? Or
No, it's
Like
a
a
surprise round.
right, that's not attack, surprise round. There we go.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
a
I meant.
surprise round.
Okay.
Yep, which means Karma, you're up.
All right, let's see here. Excellent. 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And let me double check what I got. A D8 plus 3. And
7 damage.
because karma,
Yeah.
I got 2 questions here.
Mm-hmm.
One is, does Azumi being there make this qualify as sneak attack?
Oh, you guys aren't, like, sneak
Flanking.
attack happens if you flank, and I don't think you guys are flanking because you're not behind it.
It's not just flanking, it has to be another
Advantage.
Yeah, it's here's
someone else that is hostile towards it or on your party
Yeah,
within 5
there's
feet of the same target.
Oh, within 5 feet of it. Okay, yeah, then I think that counts, yep.
Okay, in that case I'm gonna just go ahead and roll that real quick. Doesn't do anything. And because karma, he actually gets a second attack right now on his first
Nice.
jump.
15
And
will hit.
it's a 15 to hit. Yay.
This is an ooze. It doesn't have a very high DC. Sorry, AC. 11 damage. Alright. And I'm guessing that's piercing damage. Slashing damage?
Depends what
That
weapon.
is a bow, so that is piercing.
Ah, bow. Okay, have you gotten within range of it then, or have you stayed where you were? Because for some reason, I assumed that it wasn't.
I mean, I'm not sure what. It's a bow. It's got crazy range.
Yeah, so have you stayed back?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I moved you back because I was a dum-dum and didn't ask.
No, it's okay.
Alright, Professor, you're up next. Unless Karma has something else they want to do.
No, I think I've done enough.
Yep.
Professor is. Let's see, would this be advantageous at all right now? I don't think so. Okay, so he's not going to do what I thought he was going to do. He's going to go up besides Azumi and take out his long sword and give it a good slash.
He's gonna attack her.
Yep.
Alright, roll the hit.
All right, that's a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
All right, he's doing it double-handed, so that's 6 damage. He's a bard. He doesn't have very good strength.
6 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like, you guys have made decent work of it. It doesn't look very happy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Zumi, you're up.
We've done like 40 damage.
Yeehaw. Oh, that means that Professor is next to me.
Yep.
So that
Yeah.
I also
Yep.
get some
Sneak
funny
attack.
and I'm also full rogue.
Yep. Yeah, that'll hit. God, you guys have gotten, like, really high, like, attack rolls
Yeah.
so far.
Fun fact, he has 5d6 sneak attack.
Oh, wow. What damage did you roll?
Rose, baby.
I'm still rolling, give me a sec.
Okay.
Oh, those rogues.
If we one-shot this, I will laugh.
I will laugh.
Oh my god.
14 plus 17, so about 31.
Yeah, that is 31. Cool.
Oh my god.
Well, it's still up. It's looking very wobbly, but it's still up after that.
It's jelly. It's like wobbly a bit.
Yellow now.
Mhm.
And is that your turn, Azumi?
Yeah, he's not moving.
Alright, cool. Then, that means it's the cube's turn. And it's going to use, engulf. So it's gonna move up to speed. And, I need, both Azumi and Professor to make me a dex saving throw.
Great. Oh, God. Damn it.
Uh-oh.
You said dex save?
Yes, dex save, please.
Ah. Okay. I don't think a 7 is going to make it.
Uh-oh.
Has been eaten.
Yeah, 7's not gonna make it.
Swallowed.
Azumi? You still rolling,
Please,
Abby?
I'm trying to find his mods.
Okay.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, that'll make it. Azumi, you will be pushed 5 feet. Hold on one sec, let me find all the information. You can choose to be pushed 5 feet back or to the side of the cube, or you can choose not to be pushed and you will suffer the same consequences.
I mean, it's not like you're being bumped up against lava. I think you should just be pushed.
Yeah. I'll just be pushed.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Professor, you've been eaten by the cube. And I need to roll damage for you.
Oh no!
He looks very annoyed.
I mean, to be fair, Professor put himself in that position. He should have known what
Yes.
was coming. All right,
Yes.
how much damage do you do? You take 9 acid damage.
Cool.
And yeah, that's the cube's turn. It's moved. It can move 15 feet. It might move. It's going to move forward. It's going after you guys. It wants to eat you.
Go munch.
Rutin,
Yeah,
you're
Azumi
up.
literally just handed me. Oh, stupid old man.
Idea to do on my turn, but it's not my turn yet, so.
Yeah, Rutin, you're up.
I am filled with indecision
No.
because I have a very terrible idea.
Oh.
That's cool.
This thing did just engulf and hurt your friend.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I should
Mhm.
probably just in case you don't know, Professor. Engulfed creatures can't breathe, are restrained, and you're gonna take damage at the start of each of the ooze's turn if you're not out of it by then.
Mm-hmm. What do I do to get out? Some sort of.
You'll either need to make a strength check, or someone within 5 feet of the cube
Needs to help.
needs to make a strength check to pull you out.
Okay, a strength check of some kind will be required. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. What are you gonna do, my guy? He's just been standing here watching all of this go down.
You've been recording it too.
Yeah.
Found footage horror film.
that is what's happening now.
It's fine.
It is, in fact, not fine. Huh. Oh, that would be interesting. Would he be smart enough to do that, though, is the question. Let me see. So I'm currently routine is what, 15 away from the cube?
Yes, 15 away.
Just about. Okay. Mm.
I think think the entire time Kuro is just like barking.
That cube.
Bark, 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 bark.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of bark. No, I don't. Yeah, Huh. I'm sorry to take long. My brain.
You're good.
Mm.
If you want, you can just say Rutin's just gonna stand there with the torch and the recording.
um, Huh. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's anything this guy can do. Or if he will do anything. Unfortunately, he is the type to not do much. Especially in this kind of situation. Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. See what he
Okay.
does. Oh, no, I did not say it. No, my coin!
oh no.
Gone. Where did it go?
Dogs barking, coins flying everywhere. It's just pure chaos.
It really is.
The professor is getting eaten.
No. Yep. All right. He is. What is he gonna do? He's gonna take like. He's gonna take like a step to the right, and he's just getting out of the path of this cube.
Alright.
Professor, you can't just let it escape.
That's true.
I mean, to be
What is he
fair,
gonna-
before you guys were standing in a line.
It's like Pac-Man right now.
Is the cube yellow? Please tell me the cube is yellow.
It's see-through.
For the bit.
I mean, okay, it
Well,
might
I guess the yellow
actually.
tint to it.
It's got a yellow tint to it because the torchlight.
It's Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man.
Okay. I will say though, he is gonna try something. I can't believe you're gonna do this. I don't know if he has enough room to do that. No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, he's just gonna hide where he is.
Right. Okay.
Enough to still shed light, but he's with the torch. But he's just kind of like.
I guess if that's Rutin's turn, Spec, you're up.
Okay, so if I were to chuck a knife into this thing, will it also hit the professor?
No.
Okay, but what if the knife exploded?
Okay, that might.
Oh,
Because
I see
I'm
that.
looking.
Engulfed creatures can try and escape. Where are you?
I mean, restrained means that attacks against me have advantage, but if he's not trying to attack me, I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, there is something in here about creatures inside it can't
Taking damage.
they can't be hit by things that
Okay,
like
okay.
are trying to hit the cube. But that doesn't necessarily count if it's inside of the cube, because I would assume that that would actually hit anything inside it.
Yeah, that's the problem. I had an idea, but then the professor got eaten, so now I don't know.
What level spell is that?
Creatures inside the
okay.
cube can be seen but have total cover.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
You are
This is the
okay.
spell. It's called Ice Knife.
What level?
Depending on it's any level, like any level.
Oh,
yeah.
1d10. Yeah. I mean, Professor can take that.
1d10. It's 1d10 on the initial throw, and then the knife explodes, and anything within like 5 feet of it takes 2d6 cold damage or higher if I use a higher level. If I use a higher level.
Professor can take that.
Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to say is within 5 feet. So if it gets in the cube, it will only hit the professor and not Azumi and Karma, who are technically within 5 feet of the creature. However, if it doesn't hit the cube, then they will be in range of it exploding. Yeah.
Either way, Azumi can take it. He has evasion.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. Fucking Specs just conjures up a knife and then chucks it at the cube.
Alright, roll me to hit.
Okay, the first one is to hit. That's a +6. Oh, but the spacing was real weird on that one.
Yeah, 12 will hit.
Okay, 12. It's inside the cube.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 1d6 first.
Mm-hmm.
1d10.
1d10, my bad. And I'm using a second level spell slot for this, so...
Okay.
Using a spell slot second higher, so it takes 3d6 cold damage when it explodes.
Alright, yep, roll that damage. It is successfully inside it.
Alright.
Alright. I'm going to say that neither the professor nor the ooze can take a dexterity saving throw against this. And therefore they're both going to take the full damage. Are you fine with that, Oatmeal?
Yeah. Does he get the initial damage too, or just the cold damage?
Just the cold damage.
You
because
just
the piercing would have been
just the cold.
covered.
Yeah.
But now that
Got
it's
it.
inside, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, the ice knife shatters, and, actually, I am going to make, I'm gonna make Azumi and Karma make me a dex save.
No!
Oh, did it explode?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Because it was inside the cube!
Yeah, it exploded, though. This is not for damage, this is to see whether you get covered in pieces of ooze.
Oh, hang on, I dropped my dice.
Oh.
Oh wait, did the cube like explode?
Yes, you killed it.
Yay!
Oh my god. Routine, take a cover. What the hell?
God, we did one-shot this thing.
Wow.
I wasn't a very high-level creature.
One
And it was like, it's been living down here. And it wasn't expecting such a high-level party to come down here and kill it.
I almost feel
Poor
bad.
cube. Well, too bad. It exploded. I killed it.
Yeah.
Murder.
For reference, gelatinous cubes are CR2.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, those are...
Pittance.
It wasn't supposed to be very hard. I will say though that when it explodes, Daisy's gonna float up and, oh, that wasn't here last time.
It wasn't?
Professor, are you okay?
Yeah, I think he just like
As soon as I help him up.
Yeah, he didn't roll high enough to remain standing, so he did fall, and he like wipes the goo off his face and takes a few deep breaths.
The cube
Yeah,
is cold because of the
so that
Like-
you're not covered in slime.
the
He
cube,
what?
like
Prestidigitation.
Oh, nice.
yeah, but like the cube is cold because of the ice knife, and it's just refreshing.
Nah. Yeah, Professor will accept Azumi's help getting up. Well, that's done. Thank you.
Well, shall we? Azumi's gonna deactivate the flame tongue, sheath it, and like start moving on.
Yeah,
Let's keep going.
Professor will turn to keep going, and he'll just sort of like prestidigitate the goo off of Karma as he goes past.
No, Karma and Azumi did good enough deck saves. They didn't get covered in goo.
Oh, okay, very good. All right, didn't realize.
The gesture would have been appreciated if it had been necessary.
Yeah, in that case, he's just going to prestidigitate like the rest of his clothes and stuff.
Yeah, no, Azumi also had prestidigitation.
Yeah, but I read the like description recently, and like you're not supposed to be able to like completely clean a whole person with one casting. You'd have to do it a few times.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Now I'm just picturing the professor like casts prestidigitation in one spot and then like finds goo in another and it's just like, has to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Alright, the rest of you okay?
Wait, I just had the hilarious mental image of like Azumi like specifically like to bully the professor, just pushing down into the professor's hair and like get prestidigitating the slime there.
He like ducks out of the way and like smacks your hand.
Bullied.
Is everyone else okay?
Oh yes, I'm quite fine.
Sound off.
Pretty sure you're the only one who got.
You're the only
Probably.
one that got eaten.
Routine.
I'm okay.
Are you okay mentally?
You don't just ask someone that.
Professor does.
he just nods. He's like, all right. But
I'm not sure I believe you.
it's okay. I'm good. I want to roll hammer space.
Go for it.
All right, that's a 9. Man, he's going to be juggling a few things. He'll sit down his camcorder.
Oh, I mean, since Azumi did sheathe the sword, he can take the torch back.
Cool.
Yeah. That's fair.
And you do have pockets on your lab coat. You can use those, so that way you don't have to put it in hammer space.
That is true.
The camcorder, I mean.
No, but he's going to keep filming.
I think it'd be funny if he shoved the camcorder in someone else's hands, like, here, hold this.
Hold this, I'm going to do a thing.
You can shove it to like Specs, and Specs will just hold on to it.
Just a second. He
You good?
he's good. He took out a mason jar. He's gonna start scooping some of the goo into the jar.
Oh my god. I think Daisy's
I would
gonna...
Are you sure you want to
recommend.
do that?
I would recommend against trying to cultivate a pet ooze.
He continues to collect some of the goo.
Fine, you're
Rutin, are you
lost.
sure about that? Okay.
Closes the jar.
Well,
He just puts it in his pocket. Okay, we can keep going.
Yeah, Professor will sort of shake his head and then follow Azumi through the corridor.
He'll take the camcorder back.
I pass it back to you. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Everyone's following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm just gonna move you up.
We're zipping through the hallway now.
Yeah, thankfully there is nothing else in the corridor, and it's free of everything else because this is where the cube's been living for a while.
Mm.
Probably
Oh,
something
nice.
like 20-ish years.
Mm.
Holy moly.
Wait, then how did the construction workers get past?
That was a while. That was over 20 years ago, is the thing.
Oh,
How do you
Or-
think it got down there?
Or maybe they put it
Oh.
there.
yeah,
Mm.
maybe they did put it there.
Because it's almost, I said over 20 years, but like, I think it's about 20 years that they were doing this sort of stuff, so.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Mhm.
Anyway, so you guys get to the end of the corridor, and you guys are greeted by a pretty large door that is shut before you.
I stick my head through it.
Spec, make me a con save.
Mhm.
Oh! Actions of consequence!
So long, Spec. It was nice knowing you.
Wizard making a con save.
Yeah, that's such a good roll. That's such a good roll for me. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is a good roll.
Twice.
Alright, Spec. You go to stick your head through, and you can feel magic. Like pretty high level magic that's basically being like, no. But you manage to force your head through regardless. And you can see the other side. It's dark.
Sorry,
It's just
buddy.
dark.
You don't
But
have dark vision.
Yeah.
I pull my head back out. It's dark.
Okay. Professor is going to try to open the door.
What you gonna like?
Also,
Just
there's
pushing
like
on
some
it?
real strong magic.
No, Azumi's gonna roll investigation.
Well, Professor was just going to reach for the is there a handle?
There isn't a handle, no.
Oh, in that case he would push it.
Oh, you push the door, nothing happens.
Oh.
There's like some real strong magic around here.
Well, it's got to open somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Azumi, with that 23. This door is not powered the same way as the rest of the doors in the place have been. There is none of that, like, sort of, like, magic circuitry to open it. In fact, it's a little bit hard to tell, like, how, was it even supposed to lock in the first place? If so, then whatever's causing it is definitely magic. And you will notice about, it would be probably head height for you, is a circle centered where the doors would open, that's sort of like been carved out of the stone. That's about palm size.
Hmm.
In the wall, or in the floor, or in the door?
In the door.
The door itself.
Wasn't there a stone key that we had found like a while ago?
All that time ago.
Yeah, yes, there was a key from what's his face? Grimwald,
Lee Grimwald, yes.
Lee Grimwald's stash. I don't remember who held onto that, but that is with our stuff. I mean, you rolled, so maybe Azumi can.
Yeah, he kind of like looks back to the over his shoulder and he says, "Does anybody have that?" And he snaps his finger. That keystone that we picked up from Grimwald.
Did we keep that with the documents, or did we give that to Specs? Specs,
No,
do you
I
have
don't-
it? No.
Do I have it?
I mean, I don't remember if it was decided who had it, so I'm gonna roll a d5.
I'm looking at my inventory. I don't think I have it.
Yeah.
According
I do
to
have-
my roll of who has it from just a random d5, going in top to bottom, assuming you have it.
Yeah, he's probably like checking his pockets and it's like probably in there. It's just like size, and he's gonna try and like fit it, see if it fits in that space. Like he's gonna hold it up first before like making any final decisions. So
Okay, Azumi. It's weird because the stone in your hand doesn't quite look the same size as the stone, like the hole in the wall. Like it looks larger on the door than the stone does in your hand. But as you move your hand closer to the door, the hole in the wall does seem to shrink to match the stone in your hand. And it is also moving down to be more chest height with you.
I don't like this.
Well,
Do
it's
it.
just sort of made to fit magic. I think I don't remember, but I think when we handled it in the rekindling, like it resized to somebody's hand earlier. I don't remember though. That might just be something my mind constructed.
I don't remember if that was explicitly stated, but that did happen.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, Professor might not have noticed, but
Right.
he's just like, magic.
Magic.
Shakes his head. It's just the nature of like how like high level magic this place has been. It's like putting him on edge.
Yeah.
But he's still gonna fit the stone in.
Alright, Azumi, you put the stone in, and the door parts and opens. And with that, hold on, I shall go back to the map.
Ooh.
And
Ooh. This. Do we finally get title card moment?
Title
yeah,
card?
yep.
Title card.
Yeah.
Title card moment with Azumi and the torch and everything.
Mm-hmm. You enter
Yeah.
a very grand cavern that is dark because there is no light in here. And it looks pretty similar, like design-wise, to the rest of the ruins. But definitely the thing you will all notice is a very, very large statue at the end of the area of where you are that is kneeling with its hands placed in front of, like on its knees, and a set of stairs leading up to it.
I really don't like this.
Another statue.
Mm,
Well,
I have
we've come this far.
I have a feeling this one is more significant than the last one.
Can I see Daisy?
You can. Daisy has become very quiet, and they are currently, like, right up in, Rutin's hair.
Baby.
Are you okay, Daisy?
This is where I was. I'll be fine.
You can tell us if you aren't feeling fine.
This is important, so I will be okay.
Are you sure?
Yes?
Can I roll insight?
You may.
How's the nat 20?
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Yeah, they definitely, like, this place, they don't like it, like, at all. They don't want to be in here at all. Like, they not necessarily even sure why they don't want to be here. Like, a lot of that is kind of jumbled together. But they're also like, if you guys can be brave and you're doing this for them, then they can be brave and do this too.
Oh,
Baby.
You said Daisy's in like Rutin's hair.
Yeah, like they're sort of like tucked close. It's kind of funny because they are intangible, so like they're like sort of partially covered by they're that close. They're partially covered by Rutin's hair, but they're like they're tucked in there.
Alright, Azumi's not great at comfort, but he is giving me wanting to try, so he is going to say, Rutin, can you kneel down?
Okay. Okay. And he gets down on one knee.
Is Daisy like following with Rutin?
Yeah. Like there's a bit of a like kind of like what? But they are following Rutin.
Yeah, both of us. Huh?
Funny. And I think this is gonna make it even funnier because like I know Daisy's incorporeal, but Azumi just kind of like places a hand where Daisy's head is.
Aww.
In lieu of a pat.
Yeah, at that they sort of start a little bit and they look up at you. And are you gonna say anything, or is that all Azumi is doing?
You can let us know if it's too much, alright?
I will. Thank you. And they're gonna fly out from underneath your hand, and they're gonna fly up to your face and give you essentially the equivalent of like a head bonk.
Oh, that's cute.
No.
oh.
Yeah, Azumi will take that.
Followed by a thank you.
Mm-hmm. He's not good at this, but he's sure is trying.
He's doing so
trying his
good.
best.
Mm-hmm.
Very good for not being good at this.
Professor would like to investigate this room. Starting with the rest of it and ending with the statue.
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation. Have you guys
Mhm.
I will
entered the
also
room yet, by the
investigate
way?
it.
Oh, Professor will step in then, in order to do that.
Yeah.
I also want to investigate.
Yeah, alright, Professor. Yeah, you step in and there is no issue with you stepping in.
Did Rutin stand up by now? I have to
Can I
check.
He was watching the head bonk in progress, and then he's like,
Aw.
"Oh wait, I gotta get up."
Yeah, like if he doesn't get up, Azumi will just be like, "Oh, you can get up now."
Right. Sorry.
Daisy has
Oh,
flown back to their position in Rutin's hair.
Mm.
Okay. Was anyone else rolling an investigation, or is it just Professor and
Yeah,
Specs?
me.
I will also roll
Okay.
I think-
investigation.
And just
Does
checking.
anything happen when I
Terrible,
So what
but
room?
worth it.
No. Spec, nothing happens. In fact, you don't feel the resistance you felt before.
Okay. I guess the key was the key.
Is everyone else entered the room?
Yeah.
Routine is not.
Okay. Azumi?
Azumi is.
Cool. Sorry, just checking. Okay. Karma. This room is big. It looks like the rest of the place. You don't like the statue. You just it's pretentious and it's too big to steal.
Nah.
That's a very important thing in his world.
Mm-hmm.
Specs. I think you're maybe got like stuck looking at like some of the murals and stuff around the place. Like, okay, this room is like pretty big and pretty empty. Like there is nothing in it but the statue. And you know, like things like support pillars and stuff to hold it up. But
Yeah.
the room itself has obviously had a lot of time and care taken with it. Like all of the walls and the pillars and stuff have carvings and murals, and there does seem to be like the old remains of tapestries that have sort of survived time a bit because they're away from the elements down here. Even if you can see that, like, you know, it's not completely been foolproof from the decay of time. So yeah, you've kind of got stuck, like, probably investigating, like, a large mural of, kind of similar to the door upstairs of, like, the sun, with, you know, like, the sword through it. And yeah, there's, like, patterns on the floor, just nothing, not making anything in particular just look nice. Yeah.
Okay.
The other two, so Professor and Azumi, you find this as well. You can see that the banners can make out the symbol, same symbol as on the door that you entered through that was hidden, with the sun, with the sword sticking down the center of it, which I don't know if it's very clear in the title card. But yeah, it's like a sword with the hilt is made out of like two wings. And there is like a stylized sun behind it on a red banner. Definitely faded with time, but yeah, and again a lot of suns and that sort of thing carved into the walls and thing. All the same sort of like rock shades as the statue is made out of. It probably was carved out of the rock along with them. And yeah, it's kneeling right up against the other side. Yeah, that's what I can give you for the room.
Okay.
The statue itself is in a kneeling position, like I said, with its hands placed in front of it. There's stone steps leading up to the hands, and they're sort of placed in a way that suggests that you could place something in the center of them. And there does look like there's writing up on the top step, but you can't read it from unless you get closer.
All right. Was there somebody else you need to describe for, or is he free to move?
No, you can move.
He is going to go closer to the steps then, to get a look at that writing. He's not going to go up them yet. So if he can read it from the floor, that would be ideal. But if he can't, he will pause.
Yeah. Okay, I think with that roll from before, you can read it. The writing says, I hereby challenge Arena's champion.
Oh. Well, Daisy did say this was for, like, initiates. I think if we interact with the statue, it constitutes a challenge. What's could you what were the words again exactly?
Here, I'll type them out for you guys.
Thanks. I guess my question is, does this statue resemble the one from the other room that had a statue in it?
No, it does not. The one above was very obviously female, and her head was uncovered and she had 6 wings. This one is fully covered in armor and is of no particular, like, orientation.
Yeah, armor will do that anyway. But so yeah, he kind of puzzles over that and he goes like, I think that if we step up here and maybe either put something in the hands, or I don't know, step in there ourselves, we then challenge. I mean, I don't see anyone else around here, so I would assume this thing maybe animates. I don't know.
I have a horrible idea.
Oh no.
What's your idea?
You said put something in its hands.
The rock.
The rock.
God. Professor is standing at the base of the stairs, just sort of like looking at the words. So you're gonna have to. You're not gonna be able to sneak that past.
I am aware.
Okay.
Things like put something in its hands. That put something in its hands. A rock. It's a big statue. A big rock. That's their like train of thought.
Uh-huh. Is that out loud?
Underneath their breath, they're just like, hands. Put something in their hands. Daisy was in their hands, most likely. Daisy's a rock. A rock. Big rock.
Professor just sort of like turns like I don't think so.
I mean, we won't know unless we try it, and it's better we try it with a rock rather than one of us first.
That's probably true, but let's maybe not try it just yet. Daisy, if you can hear me from over there, were you here before?
Daisy's gonna first look at Rutin, who has stayed where where he is and just sort of like gesture questioningly, like, are we going forward, sort of thing.
He was kind of just filming from back here because he did not trust that room at first.
Fair.
But also he turns to Daisy and goes, Azumi's right. If there is anything, if we need to stop her or do anything, just let us know. What I said before was true, and just like you want to protect us, let us protect you. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Now let's do this. I don't know what they said. I don't know what they found.
Yeah. Daisy makes that little like, like strong like yeah kind of like pose of let's do this.
He's also doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flexing.
Things to draw later.
But yeah, they're gonna move in there now.
Okay, Rutin, as you enter, nothing happens, first of all. I just figured I would put you guys at ease with that. Daisy is going to move ahead to where the professor was and just... Huh?
Oh, so there's this big old statue, and the words say, "I hereby challenge Ariana's champion." It looks like something was in its palms. My question is, were you placed here at any point? Or rather, he sort of gestures at Routine like, your gem.
I'm so sorry, Professor. But you said the words.
Uh-huh.
You said them out
Oh,
loud.
Oh no! You said the words!
What did you say? Wait, what did you say?
Said the
You said the phrase!
Oh,
He
damn
didn't
it!
say, I hereby
It's
challenge
challenge.
Ariana's champion.
God.
He said them out loud.
Yeah, he did. That's so fucking hilarious.
Also, the stream closed. Was that supposed
No, that
to
was
happen?
me. That was me, because we don't need the map for now.
Oh, no.
We don't need the map where we're going.
Oh my god. Okay, this is so funny to me because like one of the first D&D games I ever played was a dungeon, and like the key to open doors was like it was like a riddle about something you give, and it was like, oh, I give my word, and so my character went around to every door in this freaking dungeon and was like, I give my word, and they, doors opened, and at the end it was like, so you who have sworn an oath to protect the, and it's just like, wait, oh shit, I did do that.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh my
History
god.
repeats itself.
And
You said the words.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, pencils, you might be familiar with this, but I'm gonna need everyone to make me a con save.
Yeah!
I knew it!
Woo! Now it's your
The
moment.
second that happens, Specs is like, oh, fuck.
Hey. Like, I know it's just to figure stuff out, but also, can Specs get advantage?
Yeah,
Please,
Specs may get
please, please, let me
advantage.
Okay. First one, that's a 6. I knew it! I knew it! This is not an actual fake out anymore. I actually knew it!
I have to comment on this. I think it's really funny that one of our real kind fell for such a smooth gag.
Yeah. Oh god, and I actually as a player fell for it because like I was even thinking to myself earlier about that, D&D game I played ages ago, years ago, where my character went through and got tricked into saying some shit out loud that got them into some ancient, like, thing. Some sort of circle of knights or whatever. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to have Professor, like, promise anything. And then...
Well, it wasn't a promise. It was a challenge.
It wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah, and I ended up saying it out loud anyway.
Okay,
Beautiful.
so I guess Karma falls over first.
Yeah. Karma, you're asleep. You've fallen asleep.
Oh no.
Okay, can I just say, as soon as Professor says those words and then Karma falls asleep, Specs like immediately connects the dots. It's like, oh no!
Yeah.
What?
Like Specs looks horrified.
Oh no! Oh
What?
no! What is it?
This is bad!
Yeah,
What?
as you say that, Azumi, you fall asleep.
I have a question, and this is very important. This is very, very important. Is this a dream sequence?
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Fantastic.
flashcard, no,
It is also
dream.
DD level magic, so it probably wouldn't matter anyway.
Okay, no, that's fair. That would make a different deity a little upset, but don't worry about it.
It's not a
Yeah.
dream. It's not a dream. It's like they share they share similarities, but it's not a dream.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. We're good.
Ooh,
Yeah. So Azumi has fallen asleep.
And Specs really quickly says, okay, we're going to be going through like a really weird thing and we're gonna have to deal with it and we're gonna have to do like a whole lot of stuff. And I guess like as Specs is saying this, I rolled a 17, I guess just
Yeah, both you and Professor fall asleep around the same time.
yeah, Specs tries to explain it real quick. It's like, yeah, okay, so we're going to do something really we're gonna be going through something. I've been through it before and then just falls asleep. Knocked out.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, Rutin, you're left as the only one awake for a little bit longer. And then you two...
For multiple reasons.
you two
Daisy,
also fall asleep.
it's gonna be okay. We're all... And he kind of sits down. We're all going to be alright. We're all with you. And he lays down. He does not drop the camcorder. It's still in his hand, but now it's sideways.
Yeah. By the way, like, Rutin, before you fall asleep, you sort of feel... Is the jewel in your hammer space?
Yes.
You feel an overwhelming urge to take it out of your hammer space.
As he kind of lays down a little, he pulls it out of his hammer. Oh, I gotta roll. Good. It's a 7.
You fumbled.
That would be funny.
Yeah, it would, but it's a 7.
Mhm.
He pulls out the jewel. You got it? And he'll even give the jewel a little head bonk.
Daisy, has sort of come to, come down, and they look a little bit freaked out because you're all falling asleep, but they're just, hold on, I need to roll something for them. Oh, okay,
Uh-oh.
that was a nat 20!
Okay.
So, their eyes brighten, and they come next to Rutin's head, and it's okay. I think this is supposed to happen.
I trust you.
Might be, I don't know how difficult it's gonna be, but I think this is supposed to happen.
Okay.
Be careful.
You too.
And yeah, Rutin, you fall asleep. And I think that's a good place for a break.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
As soon as Specs wakes up, they're gonna be so annoyed.
It's literally the meme, shit, here we go again.
Basically, Specs is like, shit, here we go again.
So I do have an important question for you guys, because we
Mm.
generally tend to go for longer than this. Do you want to take a 10-minute break and then continue playing, or do you want to leave it here for today?
Mm.
On one hand, I really want to keep going. On the other hand, I don't want you. I don't want to like
I
go for too long.
am
I'm-
developing a headache, unfortunately.
Oh,
Mhm.
Maybe it's. I mean, this is a good stopping point, and it really reflects a different game, huh?
it truly does
It
reflect a
does.
different game. This is like Specs. As soon as Specs also says like, this feels so familiar.
Mm.
I am
So,
afraid.
I don't have an issue with either or.
If we
How-
do go on, I would ask that we wrap up within the hour.
That's fine by me.
Okay, like we could cut it off after an hour.
Yeah. A lot of this next part is going to be fairly like fluid, so pretty not bad for stopping places.
Okay, then I'm good to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever.
Okay.
All right, short break. How long?
All right, cool.
Short break.
See you at 5 past the hour then. 15-minute break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
See you
Okay.
guys then.
See ya. In 10.
back.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very excited for this next
Candle.
part.
I was a little too early just now, but I totally called it.
You did, yeah.
When you said like, oh, you find it somewhat familiar, it's like I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Yeah, Specs is not having a good time. They are so annoyed.
To be fair, it's not quite the same. It is similar in many parts, but it's not the same.
I expect it. It's not the exact same, but it's similar enough that Specs is just, I hate it here.
You know, completely valid.
Like, the last time they were in some place like this, they absolutely hated it.
Yeah, not the
I
best
loved
track
it.
record.
Specs themselves, like, I loved it. Specs was just, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if what he's gonna find in here is gonna change. He's gonna change their mind all that much about this sort of experience.
This sort of magic, this sort of experience, they're just like, I don't like it. I hate it here. Absolutely, like, 0 out of 10, 0 out of 5 stars, would not recommend.
Professor's been in like 3 different mindscapes in the past 2 years. This is
Wait,
this is
3?
not exactly the same. I mean, if you count his own.
Yeah, I got Professor and Azumi. Who's the other one?
Oh, okay. So, the other one, there was an FPS that had like Rada, Sammy, Lore. Sammy and Lore had a shared like headspace, dream space deal one time to sort out some issues.
Fair.
Yeah, and Professor was involved.
Professor, if I had a nickel for every person's bind I'd been in, I will.
To be fair, Specs has been in like 3 other people's minds too, technically.
I think it's really funny that it's not a dreamscape situation, just because I can't make Azumi do the what the fuck is that a dream joke.
Yeah, I may have referenced some of the other games that have had mindscapes in them for like consistency references as well as like ideas, but I tried to be a lot of the stuff I did come up with before I'd listened to them, so
I think these are very fun. I mean, that's why I ran one, like with Professor a while ago.
Yeah, they are very
Dreamscapes are amazing. I love them very much. Specs hates them.
This is fair.
Specs is so valid.
I love this entire game has been a delight.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad you guys like my temple.
Yeah.
It's a good temple. In a distinctly
With like
awful
a map
kind of
and
way.
everything, it's really good.
And that map.
I'm really happy with how the map turned out.
It's so cool.
Like, my first dungeon, I've got to make an impressive map for it.
And damn,
You succeeded.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I'm glad you guys are having fun. I'm having fun, and I'm very excited for what comes next.
Mm. I think it's very amusing that there was a crusher room because I it wasn't in game, but I did actually have written up a small little slice of a little word prompt sort of deal where the professor in his last incarnation encountered a room with the sort of crusher function. so
Oh,
so what I
Oh.
So
was
he's having
referencing
flashbacks.
well, what I was referencing was a thing that I wrote a year ago or a year and a half ago.
oh, that's fantastic. I love that. I will
Real
be
cool.
honest. That one was actually a. Pardon me. That one is actually a. I got that idea and help from my housemate because I'm like, I have these 3 puzzles. I need one more, and this is the theme I'm going for. Please help.
Mhm.
And he was
Yeah,
like,
hey,
have you
Can't
thought
go
of
wrong with a
this?
classic.
it's a classic. I once did I never finished it, but I started a fanfic with that almost entirely took place in one of those traps.
It reminds me of
It's
the little YouTube short about the D&D party with the button with the countdown and how long it took them to solve that one because they kept
Yes.
pressing it to stop it.
oh my
Yes.
god.
That actually happened to me in a campaign. And, yep, it was. Yeah, we kept hitting the button. We were like, "What do we do? What do we do?" Because I hadn't seen it before that point. So we were all like, "Uh-oh, something's gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
I did love the rock. Oh my dear. That was very creative. I'm sorry it didn't work out in the end spec. More pencils.
It's fine.
Well, now you have a big rock to use later.
Yeah.
This is just what Specs is going. Like, this is just Specs' face throughout the rest of this adventure now. I'm straight up not having a good time.
Speaking of which, are we all ready to continue?
Yes.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
Then I have a little bit of a word picture to paint for you. You wake up in a vast space, full and yet empty. A desolate piece of rock floating in the middle of a galaxy. The stars glitter and shine far out of reach, obscured here and there by more floating land pieces and architectural debris. Many of the buildings around you appear to be in a similar style to the ruins you were just in, down to the decayed, time-aged nature of them. But they are mixed with toon structures, growing in frequency the closer they get to where you are. Grass and flowers grow up between the cracked rocky floor, and trees have entwined themselves with the man-made structures. Meanwhile, smaller objects like children's toys lie unmoving in the weeds. There is no rhyme or reason to the pattern. Everything is scattered at random around a long, winding path that leads to a bridge extending out into the open void as it slowly crumbles to pieces. Yeah. Karma is the first one to wake up because that was the order that you fell asleep.
So that's how that works.
Yo.
What's going on now? Like, can he see any of the others? Are they
Oh yeah, they're all asleep next to you.
nearby? All right, yeah, he's smacking the professor in the side.
Azumi, you wake up to Karma smacking the professor who is currently unconscious.
I don't know why you're doing that, but he probably deserved it.
Well, I'm trying to wake the guy up, okay?
Azumi's gonna head over and kind of like shake him again.
Yeah, Professor and Specs, you wake up.
But can I just say, you guys have never seen a Specs look this annoyed. You have never seen Specs look this mad or annoyed.
Stop! I'm awake.
God damn it.
What's going on?
Not again!
What?
Oh, you know what's going on. What's going on?
Specs
I don't
just sits
know.
and is like,
No, not you.
Uh,
Them.
Okay, so recently I went through like a whole deal with this is a lot different, but it's also a lot similar
What are you talking
to
about?
what I went. Okay, I
Wait.
went through, like, a
You
whole
mean that thing? That thing we talked about?
Yeah, that thing.
But Professor, like, looks around. Well, maybe this is something similar.
It's something similar. It's definitely different. I looked a lot different last time I did this, but same, like, same difference.
Rutin, you wake up to Specs screaming.
Specs is like, ah! He just
Wait,
screamed
what?
into the void for like a hot minute.
Specs, I
Where are
don't.
they healing?
I don't think that this one is designed to make you face your traumas. This is for something else. I don't know
Yeah.
what though. Why did we? What happened? Why?
You know this
What
place.
did the words on the
Oh, the words.
and that you read out loud?
It said.
Professor?
Well, it said, I hereby challenge Arian as champion.
God damn it!
I didn't know it would do this. It's going to be fine. Like I said, this one is not some sort of dream, mind, memoryscape, whatever, thoughtscape, whatever you want to call it. It's not this. This is from some random, real kind. I mean, it's got to do with all the rest of this stuff, but not with you specifically. Specs, you're going to be fine. These happen. He shrugs.
By the way, Daisy is not with you.
Oh. Is it because they rolled a fucking 20?
They didn't roll.
I thought they did.
No?
They rolled a history, I think.
I rolled a history for them
Oh, okay.
to figure out what was happening, and they rolled a nat 20, so they know exactly what happened. But,
Oh. Okay.
they're not here.
Huh.
You
Kind
have
of.
to go find Daisy.
What? Daisy's not.
No.
Oh.
They know what was going to happen.
Well, in that case, I think he looks around. He sees the sort of fracturedness of it all, and also the children's toys. And he folds his palms in front of his mouth, and he goes, Well, the thing to do with these sorts of scenarios is figure out who's hosting it, so to speak. And if Daisy's not here, it's probably Daisy. It can be a mix of people sometimes, but I don't know why the challenge prompted that. This.
Hey, question.
Maybe.
Does anybody know who the REN or whoever it was
I assumed it was
is?
No, I have no idea. I assumed the statue might be depicting them.
Worth a shot.
But I don't see them here, so...
Rutine's gonna take a look at the children's toys.
Yeah. Do you, would you like to roll me a history for it?
Okay. History. In which I have absolutely no modifier. Okay. That is a 19.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So like they're pretty generic, most of them. Like you can spot here and there ones that are look more toonish and modern and that sort of thing. But those are much less frequent than the other ones, which are mostly real kind, and most of them are actually like very old style of toys. But you will notice, as you're looking, like that little like duck wheelie toy there, and then there's a tin soldier and a ballerina toy. You recognize those from Joy's hidden stash.
Oh,
Like
The
down to
dollhouse.
down to the markings and everything on it.
oh.
No. Specs is right.
Hmm?
This must be Daisy's mind?
Yes.
Then all of this, it's broken.
Well, yes. That I mean, we did sort of know that.
I just didn't.
I
I
mean,
guess I never felt the magnitude of all of this until now.
mm,
He picks up the ballerina.
I'm not sure that I understood the scope of it either, but
Rather than find Daisy,
well,
we
we're
have
not.
to find the pieces. We got to put things back together, right?
Professor looks at like the disparate like islands in space. We can try, but I don't know if this is that kind of. I don't know if we're going to be able to. I don't know if that's what we're here for.
We can at least lay the groundwork for them to get better.
That's right.
Yes.
Can we just get going?
Okay.
Yes. Where should we start?
Hey, Avi, can I roll an insight check on Azumi?
I was gonna ask if I could roll an insight on Azumi too.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Can I have advantage?
Yeah, you were fucking there.
Yeah, I know. So stupid, Professor. You He is so fucking distracted. He got an 11. He knows something's up, and he knows why it's up, but he is not really tuned in, apparently.
I'm so sorry, his passive deception is a 22.
Oh yeah, if he's trying to hide it, then yeah. Bullshit. That's not gonna...
No, his passive deception. Like,
well,
he's not being active about it, but like, that's how, like...
I mean, there's a reason passive deception isn't, like, a thing, but, like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Subconsciously falling back into old habits.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, like, active but not active. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, then, Professor doesn't seem to realize.
I mean, Professor can probably piece them together. It's probably not going to click until, like, later.
Yeah, he's like, he knows, okay, this is a mindscape thing, and it's busted. This reminds me of the thing we did with Azumi. Hey, Azumi's here. But he's not, like, extrapolating that any further.
Yeah, I should probably mention, in case it wasn't clear, this is where the angst warning, I tap it, this is where it might go up.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray.
You did describe the place. Should we roll perception?
Yeah, you're welcome to roll anything you like.
Okay, I'd like to find some sort of goal we can move towards, because
I also want to roll perception.
Yeah. Alright. I will also take investigation.
Oh, and I'll roll that. I'm better in investigation.
I'll stick with my perception. It's a 14.
15.
I'm also
Maybe I should roll perception too.
Yeah. Okay, decent.
Oh my
Holy
god.
Of course.
Of course.
Azumi has been given task, he's gonna focus on that and put aside his feelings until later.
Wow. Alright. That's some pretty decent rolls. Who rolled investigation and who rolled perception?
Azumi rolled investigation.
Right.
I rolled investigation. I mean, Specs rolled investigation.
Karma rolled perception.
Yeah, I think the rest of us did perception.
Alright, cool. Okay, I think those are actually all high enough, that, something, yeah, you will get, the spot that you are currently in is sort of like on one edge of this place, and the pathway leads from you, sort of like winding through all of this clutter up to the bridge. And the closer you get to the bridge, the less toonish stuff that there is. It's still sort of a little bit scattered and all over the place, but that's the general way that it's been lined. And I think Professor Specs and Karma, you will notice that there seem to be a bunch of doors here and there around the place, and they look a little bit out of place because there's the door frame, right, with the door in it, but they're not really connected to anything. Azumi, with that 30, you notice along the pathway there seem to be slots where doors are missing in the structures. You count 8 of them. And Rutin, I'm going to roll something.
Azumi's gonna pass that.
Information on.
Yeah, he's gonna pass that information. Sorry, the headache's still there.
That's fair.
Oh.
You come across a toon door. It's a 2D design, but it has like a little bit more details than, like it's not like blank, just like bare door. It does have some detailing. It is gold in color, and a car pattern spans the bottom of the door.
So, there's some doors missing, there's some doors here, and there's a path. I think we should try one of these doors.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
Profe-
Go ahead.
Eeny, miny, moe.
what did you say?
Just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, picking a door.
Uh-huh.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it wiggles, let it go.
I literally have a
Eeny,
dice
meeny-
that I'm rolling to randomly assign which door this is.
Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That one.
I mean, I was
And
just
I point to
going.
the door that Candle has associated for us.
I was just going to pick the first one in the sequence.
I mean, there
It's
isn't
late,
a
I
already
sequence
chose
is
this
the
one.
thing. They're just all over the place.
Okay.
Too late, I already chose this one. Let's go!
Alright, Spec, are you entering the door? Or what are you doing?
I'm waiting for everyone to follow me and then I'll enter the door.
Just holding the door open.
Yeah, right.
Any objections?
Professor
Anyone-
will go through.
Anyone staying behind?
Rutin is enamored by this other door.
No, that's the door that...
Rutin, come on!
It's the
Oh, that
door
is the door.
Yeah.
The door! Yes. then we're fine. It is that door.
Cool. Alright, so, a little bit of warning up in advance. Basically, these are going to be like cutscenes. I have stuff written. You cannot change what I've written, but because you have opened these doors and you are in the scenes, you are welcome to stop me at any point you would like to tell me what your characters are doing or things they want to say or things like that. Like, feel free to do that. Do not be afraid to do that because this is what they're designed for. Otherwise, you're going to listen to me talk for like 5 minutes. Maybe a little bit, depending on
Yeah!
which one.
Listening to Candle!
Right.
Okay, so beyond the door is a luxurious bedroom. Velvet curtains drape down the center of one wall, concealing the architecture behind it. On the opposite side of the room, an ornate door is situated between a dresser and a vanity table, in matching oak wood, while another 2 doors adorn a wall adjacent to the curtain one. Set against the last side is a queen-sized 4-poster bed, the sheer curtains doing little to obscure the figure currently using it. The portly old toon snores away soundly. Though the room is dark, the face mask, curlers, and earplugs they wear are easier to see from the colourful lights reflecting across the room's many polished surfaces. The source of this light coming from a familiar bright gemstone sitting proudly upon the nearby dresser. And atop the stone, the small figure of Daisy lays, body hidden by the jewel as their head rests sleepily on their arms. They stir as the sound of quiet voices filter in through the door next to them. The words are too muffled to distinguish through the wood, however the commanding irritation and urgency is not. Curiosity stirred, Daisy perks up as the door opens a crack, managing to catch the tail end of the conversation. And remember, whatever you do, don't wake her up. Got it, boss.
Oh my god!
Professor just sort of like bounces on his toes and he's like, oh, I know this one.
Yep.
Specs is just like stands up now. It's like, is this who I think it is?
A very large Toon man sneaks into the room, a sack draped over his shoulder. With only a brief glance at the snoring woman, he turns to go about his task, sweeping anything and everything into the bag so silently it is somehow both highly impressive and hilarious. The troll of a man makes quick work of the other side of the room before his eyes finally fall on the gemstone Daisy has been sitting on only moments ago. Ooh, pretty, he whispers, holding up the jewel to admire the way the colours shifted and moved across the surface, before also stuffing it into the sack. Taking a few more moments to clear off the dresser, he hoists the much fuller bag onto his shoulder and turns to leave, only to stop immediately at the sight of Daisy floating there. For several long seconds, the pair simply stare at each other before the large tomb breaks the stalemate. Duh, who are you? Daisy blinks, seemingly taken aback by the question before answering.
Oh, hi, I'm Daisy. And you?
My name's Boulder. The big man's brow furrows in puzzlement, unsure what to do.
Professor is like snickering.
Specs is just going like, oh my god.
Boulder.
That's my friend over there. It's like, you know, like when you watch when you watch something and you recognize someone and it's like, oh my god, that's my friend.
Boulder.
Daisy bounces in the air.
That's a nice name. It's nice to meet you, Boulder.
All at once, Boulder's expression clears and a smile fills his face instead. Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. He sticks a meeting hand out to shake the little knob, only for the giant appendage to phase right through their entire body. Heh, that tickles. Daisy giggles as the hand retracts.
It does feel a bit weird, doesn't it? So, Boulder, what you doing?
Oh, the look of concentration returns to their face. Guppy says that we're helping Mrs. Colexalot redistribute her wealth to those who need it more, he says, looking very proud of himself for repeating word for word the phrase.
Professor, like, outright laughs.
Oh, that's I wonderful. feel bad for this guy.
What was that?
I almost feel bad for this guy.
Lex is trying not to mention the fact that they very much know who Boulder is and that Boulder is their friend. They are friends. Sex visits Boulder in jail.
I think Professor just shakes his head and he's like, oh, he's fine. He's very happy where he is right now.
The scene continues to play out.
Oh, that's wonderful,
Daisy says in complete sincerity.
and very thoughtful of you both.
That earns another toothy smile from Boulder before he tugs his hat down with a blush. No one's called me that before. Normally Guppy says that I need to think more. He's really smart. He always has a plan and is always looking out for us both, even when I mess most of his plans up. I know I'm not very smart, and thinking and remembering things is hard. But I do try, and I can help in other ways, like punching anyone who messes with him, 'cause even though he's older, he is much smaller than me.
Sounds like you care about him a lot, Daisy comments,
Coming to rest on the much bigger man's shoulder. Yeah, he's the best big brother ever. We've never had anyone else, so he's looked after me my whole life, even when I broke his things or messed up his plans. And when we was growing up, he would even punch the kids who would call me stupid and told them only he could call me that. The large Toon had shifted to a sitting position to have this heart-to-heart with the small blue being, both completely forgetting their surroundings. So even though I mess up a lot, that's why I'm trying so hard to get his plans right, 'cause I want him to succeed and make him happy.
Professor is suddenly slightly less enthused.
Daisy beams up at him.
You're a good brother, Boulder.
Instead of smiling, however, Boulder's face falls. I'm trying to be, but I'm not very good at it. Guppy isn't happy much. I think the happiest I've ever seen him is when he's got gold. He really loves the stuff. but I keep losing it when we have it. Daisy pats his knee, or at least attempts to.
Maybe I can help. 1 second.
Their eyes begin to glow a brilliant white as sparks of color appear and dissolve into a sturdy golden rod appears in Boulder's hands.
There. Now you can use that to make you both happy.
Whatever the large man was about to say is lost as a high-pitched scream startles the pair. Awoken by the talking and the shift in lighting, Mrs. Colexalot is quick to shriek at the top of her voice.
Thief! Thief! Help! Please! Help!
Uh-oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Boulder grimaces, quickly backing away and through the door, the woman's cries echoing after him. Daisy is quick to follow, eyes bright with excitement. Surprisingly quick on his feet, the big man books it down the halls before almost colliding with a much smaller Toon in a much taller hat.
You idiot! I told you not to wake her, Guppy growls up at him.
Sorry, Guppy, Boulder sags, causing the little man to sigh.
Just grab the loot, we gotta scram.
The now trio race rapidly through the rest of the halls and out the front door up to the open-top car waiting for them right outside. Dumping the bag into the back, Boulder jumps into the driver's seat as Guppy scurries to the passenger side. Daisy easily slides in between them. As soon as they're all secure, the large Toon floors it as the wail of sirens and red and blue lights quickly fill their rearview mirror.
I got the pigs,
Guppy drawls, pulling out his pistol and turning to the back of the car. You get us out of here. On it, boss. Eyes wide.
Professor is scowling at the guy.
Specs is just watching this whole scene. He's like, man, I can't believe I finally get to see how the fuck this happened.
I think Professor also leans over and taps Specs on the shoulder and points at the goldenrod hey, you have that.
Yeah. It's yeah, I do.
Eyes wide as they zip around the front of the vehicle, Daisy can't help the delighted squeals as they hurtle and turn at breakneck speeds.
What is this thing?
They shout at Boulder.
I've never seen anything like it.
You mean the car? Boulder asks, turning to them in confusion.
Car.
The little blue deity savors the word.
This car is fantastic. I haven't had this much fun in ages.
You should stick around then. Guppy and I get into car chases all the time, he grins.
Boulder, you moron! Quit yapping at the air and keep your eyes on the road!
Guppy's frantic voice cuts through their conversation, causing the pair to immediately turn back to the road. Sorry, boss. I was just telling Daisy about our car chases. Boulder's attention, however, does not remain forward as he turns to explain to his brother. They've never been in a car before.
Who?
Daisy, Boulder repeats, still oblivious to his lack of attention.
We don't have time for your imaginary friend right now. We need to turn!
In irritation, the smaller Toon had turned from his shootout to reprimand his brother, only to lunge at the steering wheel upon spying the edge of an embankment they were heading straight towards. His desperation is rewarded as the car makes a screeching hairpin turn. The bag in the back, however, is not so lucky. Momentum takes it past the edge of the car before physics catches up and it drops. The world spins and tumbles all around before coming to an abrupt end with a massive splash.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's also how that happened.
And you guys find yourselves once more out of the memory.
I always wondered how that happened.
That was a lot.
That was about how Boulder mentioned it going.
Mm.
Who were those people?
Boulder and
Boulder
Guppy.
and Guppy.
He blinks.
They well, I mean, as you can see, they had Daisy, and so I don't know how they met you, Specs, but I ended up
Charity event.
oh, okay. Hadn't expected that. But Azumi and I were able to figure out that this person knew something about. No, wait. I remember he was talking to you in the waiting room, and then you mentioned something about, I don't know, Daisy, and then we interviewed him.
Oh, you guys interviewed them? I don't think
No,
you guys told me that.
just Boulder. Yeah, I guess we forgot to mention it.
Mm.
Can we move on?
I would have really said
Okay.
it.
Next door. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. That one. Let's go through that one.
Are you doing anything with the door you just walked through?
Oh, right.
Pick it up, put it in order.
Oh?
Right?
Oh,
I don't know.
can we do that? Like, is there like an actual? There's a path, right? You said there was a path with like empty doors, empty door frames.
Yeah, and I believe Azumi relayed that information, so yes. It does seem like what you're
So there's
supposed to do.
okay. So can we pick up the door and bring it with us?
Yeah, you can. Are you planning on
Can
putting
I
it in one
bring?
of the slots?
Yeah, we'll put this. I think this is like definitely a later memory because it's more recent. So,
Mm-hmm. It should probably
but
go down towards where we started, because I believe chronologically that's recent time.
Yes.
Considering the obvious Toonish influence, that was a more recent development. And then the further up towards that bridge there is probably farther back in Daisy's personal timeline.
mhm.
So this ought to be
So
somewhere near the bottom here.
mm. We can just put this at the very last for the time being, and then once we find something that's newer, we can move them around.
I suppose.
Alright.
Since we know this was pretty recent.
Just gonna make some mark on the door to indicate which one it was. That way they can all keep track.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing with the door? I just want you to, like, clarify exactly what it is so that I can keep track of that.
I think we're
We
going.
are.
Huh?
I think we are going to be putting the door in one of the empty door frames along the path you mentioned, and
Okay.
possibly the last one because we know it's the most recent memory. At least the one since it's the first one, it's a fairly recent memory, so we're gonna put it like somewhere in the last slot, near the end of the pathway, I guess.
If there is a last slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are, so from what Azumi counted before, there are 8 of them, and they have roughly a order that you can see. Like, you can definitely tell, like, they're not, I mean, they're kind of like house numbers, you know, they're not all evenly spaced and stuff, but you can definitely tell, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're gonna put this door in the 8th spot for now.
Okay.
Well, is the 8th spot being closer to the where we started?
Yeah, I will assume that for now. Like, yeah, the 8th slot being the one closest to where you started, because you did clarify that.
Okay, do I put this in the first slot then?
The first available slot. I mean, we could also check the doors on either side of that area, just so that we don't mess anything up by putting it there without checking first, because that can actually be pretty disastrous.
Okay, don't slot it in yet. Okay, we'll just put it off right next to the frame. We'll put it right next to the frame.
Okay, that will suffice until we're able to check.
Yep.
Good plan.
Okay, now next door, that one.
Alright. Yeah, just all looking for doors?
Are we doing
Yeah.
are we doing a free door, or are we doing one of the doors adjacent to the slot? Like,
I think we were just doing whichever one Candle pointed us at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We're
can give
doing
you
the
another
one that
door.
Specs pointed at. We're doing the one that Specs pointed at, and then we're doing the one that Candle said that Specs pointed at.
okay.
Yeah, alright, yep. Spec, you point at a door. Let me bring up the description of it.
I might be having a little trouble visualizing what's going on.
No, that's fair, that's fine. Like, I did say that this was a fairly, like, fluid place, and it's hard to visualize it. I don't have any maps for this place, unfortunately.
No, that's okay.
Spec, the door you point at is another Toon door, but this one is 3D, with a lot of intricate detail. Very fancy looking. There are feathers etched into the design, and you can spot some chicken claws and reptile claws.
A sneaky suspicion of what this memory is about. Anyway, let's go in. Let's go in, boys.
All right.
Opens the door, enters.
Yep. Is everyone following?
Professor will follow.
And the rest of you?
Don, Avi, Wick?
Yeah, going with.
Yeah, we're going.
I think we can just assume that when we
Okay.
enter, we all enter.
Okay, alright, I'll assume from now on if you enter a door, you will all enter, unless someone explicitly tells me they don't want to enter the door. How's that sound?
Okay.
This might be the last one anyway, because we're start getting close to reaching the hour. We can solve the rest of the puzzle next time. Okay. The memory you enter, the ornate entrance hall you find yourselves in is familiar. Arched windows reach all the way to the tall buttress ceiling and provide a stunning view of the ocean and the port. Meanwhile, twin staircases curl their way up to the second floor, covered by soft royal blue rugs that spill out onto the wide open space between them and the large entrance doors opposite. The space is fairly sparse but tastefully decorated with ostensibly valuable ornaments. You once more find yourselves in the extravagant home of the business merchant Bounty Montgomery.
Oh.
This looks familiar.
I suspected as much.
Currently, the silver-haired owner of the mansion is lounging in one of the guest chairs lining the walls, petting a rather large, angry-looking chicken that is brooding in their lap, watching amused as another pair stand in the center just inside the doors, gawking at the grandeur around them. The smaller of the pair, a female Toon with a messy ponytail and black and white wings, breaks away from the other to inspect a console table, curious fingers darting out as if to touch the intricate pieces on the surface. Maggie.
Oh, it's those thieves.
Yep. Maggie, the chiding voice of the other stops her mid-gesture, and she turns back to him, hands sliding into her pockets. Wasn't gonna touch nothing. Promise, Jack, she grins, lying through her teeth. Her companion sighs, head falling into his hands as his midnight feathers puff up in irritation. It is then that you notice the little blue figure floating next to his head. Harder to see in the bright daylight, Daisy flits from side to side, watching the activity with the same level of curiosity as Maggie. It's all right, Vanti smiles at them, tucking the chicken under their arm as they approach. Nothing in this room is dangerous, or at least no more than regular Toon shenanigans allow. She may pick them up as much as she likes, and just asks to try and put them back where they belong once you're done. There's a hint of amusement and double meaning in their tone that the pair immediately pick up on, Maggie giving a bright thumbs up as Jack shakes his head again. So, did you get it? The real kind asks, turning fully to Jack. The smaller man grins, rummaging around in his bag until he pulls out a cloth-covered object, carefully holding it out to Vanti. They set the chicken down with a short, "Play nice," before straightening and taking the item. A quick peek underneath the covering is all they need to ascertain that it is indeed the object they've paid to acquire. Wonderful, they smiled, turning their attention back to their company. The other half of your payment is in the drawer underneath that where the statue your friend has currently got in her mouth came from. Maggie! Sorry, I got it! Putting the stone cupcake back on the tabletop, the bird hybrid pulls the drawer open, pulling out the pouch inside and quickly counting up the coins. Another thumbs up in a partner's direction and they both look satisfied. So, have much trouble getting it? A look of pride fills Jack's face as he waves a hand at the question. Psh, nah, easy as pie. What? Not you, dumbass! But seriously, the job was too easy, especially after what you told us. The moron had it out on display in the middle of his shop. No glass, no security, no nothing. All it took was Mags here distracting him by confidently misidentifying some of his fancy rocks, and he never even noticed its disappearance. The look of sheer shock and disbelief on Vanti's face is almost Toon-like. Really? This was the person who stole from Makoja. My, I knew the old bird was getting on in the years, but that is careless even for him. Daisy, doing cartwheels above the pair's head, chuckles at that. Well, I wouldn't say it was all his fault. I might have broken the security system by the time they broke in. You can't blame me. I was so bored.
Professor laughs.
The other three ignored the floating deity's comment, but Daisy seemed to expect this, lazily turning to watch the rest of the conversation unfold. And you didn't touch it. The businessman turns a sharp eye on the pair, the humour leaving their face at the question. Jack raises his hand, the other going over his heart. Promise. Never laid a finger on it, just like you said. The tension leaves Vanti as they exhale in relief. Good. That's good. Why? Maggie asks, finally done with her snooping to join the group. What's so important about that thing? And why can't we touch it? 'Cause it kind of felt like it wanted us to. Maggie? What? I'm just asking. 'Cause it did, and you know it. As Jack opens his mouth to argue, Vanti raises a hand to stop him. No, it's alright. To answer your question, my dear, this is the Jewel of Belus. It's an ancient artifact from the Marzal period of Furuma, said to be able to grant the wishes of those who touch it. Both Jack and Maggie's heads shoot up at them at that. Mouths are slack. It grants wishes? Jack whispered in awe. Maggie looks much more excited. Is that what you want it? To grant your own wish? Vanti laughs, shaking their head. Bahamut, no, I have no desire for a cursed wish. That catches Daisy's attention, and they sit up with a hurt. Hey, my wishes aren't cursed.
That's right.
Cursed? Maggie asks, the Jew still fully invested on the master of the house's words. Yes, the merchant nods at the question, enjoying the impromptu history lesson. See, it's something most folks miss, but in all the stories about the Jewel of Belus, none of the wishes work out the way the bearer wants it to. Oh, sure, it's hard to miss the obvious ones, deep calamity and destruction on those not worthy of wielding it, though what is considered worthy is heavily debated. But even those that do manage to have their wishes granted, in the way intended, never end up with what they actually want. So no, I am perfectly content without a wish, thank you very much. Daisy bristles at that before the fight leads them. That's not fair. I didn't mean for them to turn out wrong, it just kinda happens. I was never meant to grant wishes in the first place, so you can't blame me for learning on the job. I just wanted to help.
Never that.
Mm-hmm.
Once more, their words go unheard by the rest of the memory's occupants. Then Jack hesitates before curiosity pushes him forward. What do you want it for? Ah! Vanti winks at him in delight. That is a good question. I want it because at heart I am a collector, with a deep desire to gather and preserve as much of this world's history as I can. It's kind of what brought me to Inkwell in the first place, actually. The challenge of finding and keeping the history of this incredibly unique continent. But I suppose I do also have an ulterior motive to adding it to my hoard, if you will. Given its dangerous nature, I also wish to keep the jewel away from those who could use it to do harm, to themselves or others.
Oh, that was a terrible joke.
Well, their goal makes some sense. If anyone's, I mean, if another erasure happens, then Dragon of all things might be able to survive it.
Sullenly, Daisy sinks to perch on a nearby chair. Spoil sport. Why do you have to make so much sense? The duo also seem convinced by this answer as Jack nudges the still awestruck Maggie. Well, best of luck with that. Anyway, we best not keep you any longer, but it was great working with you. He holds out a hand to shake and Vanta takes it readily. The pleasure was all mine. I hope we can do business again in the future. Oh, count on it, Maggie grins, vigorously shaking the offered hand now that Jack was done. And with that, yeah, the memory fades and you guys are outside again.
Okay, this one was the most recent memory. God, let me just replace the door.
Just don't put it in the slot yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in the slot yet. I'm just gonna put it down. Put the other one, and the second last one. Put the boulder memory in the second last one. It's like, okay, we got two of them.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's 2 memories down. How are people going for time? We have hit the hour.
I'm good with wrapping up here.
Yeah, I'm also good with wrapping up here. Everyone's also tired.
I could keep going, but I don't want to pull other people into that.
I'm fine with either.
I'm good with either, but yeah, Avi, if you're tired.
It's midnight for us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's midnight for you guys? Whoa. Nah, you guys should get some sleep.
We have been going for 4 hours.
We have.
Yeah.
And you guys have made great progress, so...
Yeah, it's a good chunk of game.
Yeah.
Yay.
Alright, in that case, then I shall waste no time. Thank you, wonderful audience, for listening. I hope you had fun, both people who had joined us now and in the future, and I hope to see you guys soon for the next part. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!